Hey, what the dilly? Cause I'm a Fury here. I know this one's a little bit way earlier than I usually do them, and uh, it's just unscripted. I mean, it's the only way I can be right now, and I've always been unscripted with these things. What's up? How you doing? Hey, I'm doing all right. I was just thinking, cause lately people saw that I did multiple Resident Evil videos and stuff, but commentary, not gameplay, because I feel like I have a how can you say, my opinion on how things are going with it, and I hear a lot of people complaining about it, but how I see about it is that, look, complaints are valid. Complaints are very valid for how people think about certain things, but they got to understand people aren't going to always think 100% the way they're going to think, and a lot of people don't know how to accept that. That's the problem. That's where a lot of conflict comes in when it comes to reviews. Like, because remember, when a reviewer gives something that people hate, good reviews, uh, they hate that reviewer. When that person gives bad reviews to something they like, they hate that reviewer. Hey, what's going on, Java Bean? I haven't seen you in a while. I saw your comment and stuff and responded to it, but I mean on the live stream, I haven't seen you in a while. I've lost a few subs. I don't know. You know how it be sometimes when you say stuff that they don't like, they they just unsub from you. So you know how that goes. So yeah, reviewers actually, it's a touchy subject, but it's just some games you just like, you know what, this review is just stupid. Like, and I'm not saying that just because I disagree with them. And no, you just look at, is a difference between actually having valid complaints and just reaching and grasping for straws like Kotaku does. Oh, you're a little busy. It's fine. We all get a little busy. Like, this is, and this COVID-19 pandemic. I've been busy. You know, I decided I was gonna go in and try to help out, but I need some time to myself. I need to take my mind away from so much, sickness. Like, I understand in a few weeks it's gonna be my job to be full time. So right now I'm at the point where volunteering, I just need to fall back a little bit from it so I can just be ready for this. So, I mean, case in point, let's look at the whole thing. Like, who here, out of the three of you watching right now, who here thought Death Stranding was a great game? Like, be honest. I have, look, everybody has their own opinions, but let me know. Who here actually thought Death Stranding was going to be it was a good game? From a gameplaying perspective, not from a cutscene perspective. I'll wait. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Boom, 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 boom. No, I don't want to say I don't want to get copyright, because they can even try to copyright strike you if you sing a song. I think the RE4 remake is good, but I think they should also do a remake of Code Veronica or Dead Aim and Outbreak. Yeah, yeah. You didn't think it was good? Okay. All right. I mean, I agree. I definitely agree with that. But there was people saying this shit. They were saying stuff like this. Well, what do you define as fun? Fun is subjective. To say this game is fun, does it mean that it's not fun to others? No, when something like Final Fantasy VII Remake, which people enjoy, it's dog shit, this, that, and the other. Now, I can understand. I have a valid gripe with the game. The fact that it's episodic. Problem with that. And then, even like JRPG said, this guy named JAYRPG. JRPG brought up a valid point. If you're gonna make the game episodic, you could have at least made it as long as the original PlayStation Disc 1 was. No, it's much shorter than that. You see? That's a valid complaint right there. I have nothing bad to say about that because he's absolutely right. If you're going to make it episodic, you could at least stopped it where Disc 1 was at. Have that conscious of mind and do that. But the game got cut shorter than what it was, but it got filled out with a lot of side missions that were pretty much pointless to the storyline. This is what I said many months ago when I did my video on JRPGs, that they get filled out with stuff. They make it look like it's important, but once you played a lot of the side missions, they fillers. Metal Gear Solid 5, because they make Hideo Kojima cut the game, the whole chapter 3. Chapter 3 was gone. We got fooled into thinking chapter 3 was a thing. Chapter 3 was gone. Episode 51, all that gone with Metal Gear Solid 5, and we got nothing but side missions. Just filler and filler and filler and filler. Find the missing child here. Find the missing child here. Find this, that, and the other. Like, you telling me Liquid Eli stole Sahelanthropus, him and Psycho Mantis stole that shit, and we just let them go off into the deep blue yonder with Sahelanthropus. But just because you put it on the disc to show us the cut content means that it's actually officially canon. No, it's not, motherfucker. No, it's not. That's my fucking problem I have with that. Now, and what happened? I mean, no, you see, Operation Raccoon City is a what if scenario. It's not canon. It's not canon. And the Easter eggs I was listening to, and like, where's Barry? He found a lot of Easter eggs in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Like, you go to a certain point, you hear of a police car out in the street. You hear the radio saying a guy bringing a transmission, like, I'm a police officer. I'm with 2 other people. I'm with a guy who's having difficulty walking. That was part of the Outbreak Resident Evil. That was Kevin, the cop Kevin. And he was with 2 other people, and one dude, had to help the safety. You actually hear his transmission of him trying to call for help. In the Resident Evil 3 Remake, if you go to a certain car, you can hear it in the background playing off of the police radio. Like, there's a lot of little details they put inside the game, like Easter eggs and whatnot, in Resident Evil 3 Remake that I didn't even catch. But where's Barry? He's good at catching things like that. And I like the fact that when he does his content, he doesn't linger. He gets right to it. Because he want to make short videos, because people's minds kind of they want info right here and now. We ain't like the quarterman that's going to sit here and be like, well, Brie Larson just said this thing, and before we get into what she said, let's just bring up the fact that Captain Marvel is a $1 billion movie, and I think Marvel just padded the numbers and stuff, but we're gonna get into what she said. And anyway, I just think that they padded numbers, and we just gonna talk as slow as possible. I think we're at a minute mark now, so we're gonna just keep lingering on with the whole situation. And okay, we are at 3 minutes now. What the fuck? You just padding your videos out because you have no content. You just want to make it about 10 plus minutes so you can get AdSense and you can get ads into your videos. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I can't stand it. This shit is that's how it is. And I'm like, so full of garbage. So I like that Where's Barry gets right to it and tells you what what you need to know. Or if you're gonna make a long video, make it informative. Add some commentary to it. Do something. If you're not doing live videos like this and trying to connect with your subs that actually give a fuck about you, because like I said, it's like this whole thing is touch and go today with YouTube. I'm not even in the, I don't even want to be in the rat race. Back years ago, I wanted to be like, you know what, I want to do this thing seriously. Then I realized you have to be an ass kisser, y'all. You have to be a ass kisser, like a big ass kisser. And I would have to get on here and start shilling for one particular company. And if I want to, I want to choose the most popular company out right now, like either Nintendo or Sony or something like that, and start saying, you know, do some MBG shit. You know, MBG used to be an Xbox fanboy, but Xbox fucked up, so now he's a Sony fanboy, and I'm like, you're full of shit. You know, I'll show you guys. Yeah, you have to sell out. You have to. I show you guys all my consoles all the time and stuff. You know? I mean, basically, one dude got mad at me. One dude got mad at me because I brought up the fact that Digital Foundry have confirmed it and ran it that Resident Evil 3 runs better on PS4 Pro than it does Xbox One X. And it's not because Xbox One X is a weaker system, it's because the programmers know PS4 hardware better. They optimized it much better than they did for the Xbox One X. Could that be fixed with patching? Yes. But I brought up a valid fact, and I fucking hate Sony ponies. And I brought up a fact in one of my videos that it actually runs better on the PS4 Pro. Well, the Xbox is the most powerful thing ever and stuff. Downvote. I'm like, the fuck? Are you serious? You're a grown-ass man. We know it's the stronger of the hardware. But if the developers are not optimizing the games to take advantage of the hardware, what do you expect to happen? Now, y'all go lay down. Come on, both of y'all. You know, I get more, you know, may hear me raise my voice or whatever. They come over, my dogs. So, what you expect? I'm going to keep it gully. And me, I like that I have both the One X and the PS4 Pro. So if I see one runs better on the other one, I'm gonna get it on the one that runs the best. This is why I don't fall into the whole Nintendo Switch. Well, it's portable. You can take it out and play it under your tree. And I'm like, no. First off, how many times I have to explain to a lot of resident Nintendo fanboys or Switch bitches that you are getting versions of games that you don't fully have access to because they are too small. I mean, the cartridge is too small to fit the entire game, like Overwatch or Doom. Oh, you can fit Doom on there, but it's been sacrificed. Or you have to have online connections to this game. Mortal Kombat 11 I have for the Switch, and you know what? I can't play Mortal Kombat 11 unless I'm in constant internet access. Did you guys know that? You cannot play Mortal Kombat 11 on the Nintendo Switch without being fully connected to the internet. So I can't walk out in the street right now and just pull it out my pocket and play Mortal Kombat 11 full. You know I can't do that, right? Did you guys absolutely, like, that's mind-blowing that you have to have internet connection to play a lot of these games. Like, seriously. But people are like, oh, but The Witcher fits on there and stuff like that, and The Witcher runs really good on that. I'm like, it runs better on the One X, okay? It runs better than, you know what it runs better than on the One X? The PC, okay? Stuff that I have access to. I would rather not game on my PC because my PC is predominantly for streaming and for making like videos. If I had a gaming PC, yeah, it'd be different. I'd be all down with it. But I don't believe in that master race shit. But it's a more expensive soft hardware to keep up with. This is why I rock with console, because of price reasons. Not that I hate PC. No, I hate elitists in general. Yes, but it's true. You definitely have to have internet access to play games like. Let me see. Let me look that up. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my secondary window. I know I'm not gonna bring it up here. I just want to read it to you. Let me see if I can Google that games. that require internet connection for Nintendo Switch. Let's see. See, they had to tell you the 10 best games that don't require internet connection. These are the ones that don't require, that are some of the best games, they, according to this list here on Game Rant. Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Super Mario Odyssey, which I have, it don't require. Fire Emblem Three Houses don't require. Ultimate don't require, but you can play, of course, multiplayer, of course. Undertale don't require. Super Mario Party doesn't require. Cadence of Hyrule is a indie game. Legend of Zelda X Cadence. All right. It's a they let a indie person make a Zelda-based game and they didn't get mad. Oh wow, I don't know. Anyway. Dragon Quest, what's it? Dragon Quest 11S doesn't require, and Celeste. Now let's go back. Those games don't require. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see which ones. Nintendo Switch is a weird console, and the desire to play games online is a given for. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Unable to play digital download games offline. What? Are you serious? You have to be on, like, the ones that you download. You have to have an internet connection. They hiding something from me. They are hiding something on this Google. Let me try to look deeper into this. This makes no sense. Let me try to reword this again, y'all. Cause I can't believe it. Let's see what's going on here. They keep telling me the stuff that don't require that. Let's see. Let's go to this one here. Of course, Nintendo fanboys ain't gonna put that on Reddit. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm trying to find that right now to see which ones. And see everything you know about the Switch. Let me look up Mortal Kombat 11 Nintendo Switch. MK11 Nintendo Switch. See, look, this was from somebody from here said Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch requires internet to play. Really pissed to find out that I can't even access the crypt if offline. The whole selling point of the Switch is that it's portable, right? Yeah. If I'm on a bus somewhere and there's no Wi-Fi, I can't even play it. You can play story mode, but it won't unlock anything till you go back online. For the home versions, always being online is acceptable, but on the Switch really ruins the experience for me that a lot of content is locked behind internet. Also, speaking about the crypt, I find it hard to grind for coins, at least right now. I finished the entire story, and when I went to the crypt, I only have 40,000 coins, and there were chests in there that was 20,000 coins. I have barely unlocked anything, and the stuff I have unlocked is crappy background banners or storyboards, etc. Where's the good stuff? Rant over. On the plus side of things, the crypt feels a lot smoother than the new update. After the new update. Before it ran super slow. Not sure what else the new update does. Fuck. You see? I'm not making this up, yo. I'm not making this up. Alright? Let me see, but yeah, it's really hard for them to actually just fess up. Story mode requires online connection. Fuck. You know what? Let's Google it. Let's go to green screen browser. I want to see something. Let's go to interact with the background. Let me see something. Let's try to say it requires hopefully I don't get copyright struck for this.
A video game news show where I discuss articles that occurred within days to a week ago that you edition and that requiring some massive download. A person on edition and that connection for the physical box copy. Now a lot of people are confused about the back of the have to download 13 gigabytes to my system for whatever reason.
You see, alright, so let's say Nintendo Switch internet required. Let's look up that in my other window. You see this? All right. Yep, it's a few of them, and it's hard to find a list. I'm not shocked that it's hard to find a list. I kid you not. I am not shocked about this. Because usually you will be able to find it. You'll be able to find it, and I'm like, you know what? I can't find it, but there's a few. So be careful about what you buy on it. A lot of them. Because it tell you in the back. Matter of fact, let me get my case to MK11 and see what it tells me, what it says on the case for Mortal Kombat 11. It says this at the bottom. It says download required. See back. All right, see back. Then it tells me. Of course, in-game purchases, Nintendo Switch Pro controller compatible, basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy this game. That's funny. Let me see. Game requires download of at least 20. You gotta get the rest of the game on there. Game requires at least 20 gigabytes. Micro SD card recommended, sold separately. Storage requirements may change. Visit supportwbgames.com for details. And it says Nintendo Switch online membership sold separately, and Nintendo accounts required for online play, not available in all countries. Internet access is required for online features. It doesn't tell you on the box. It does not tell you on. I just realized it. I had to figure that out on my own when I tried to play the story mode. it doesn't tell you on the box that the game requires you having the internet connection to enjoy story mode. As you can see here, it doesn't say it here, and on top of that, it does not say it there. It just says you need a 20 gig download, basically, and you need online to play on Nintendo to play against that. You know? So, you really think I'm going to be going out of my way to get the Switch versions when I'm not even sure that they can play independently? I have to look up what games are independent or not, and then when I look in that list, I'm like, do I want to play these games? I'm sorry. Like I've told you guys before, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I have outgrown a lot of Nintendo's franchises. Now, hey, what's going on, AO? There's a lot of games that I will still go, certain Nintendo games, but for the most of them, no, give me something different. You know, this is why I'm not so bent out of shape over what Capcom did with Resident Evil 2 and 3. Because after a while, you outgrow certain games. And like I told you guys before, and I'll say it again and again and again, because repetition means consistency. If these games would have been remade much earlier, like 15 years ago, they would have been more faithful adaptations like the first one was. You know, so it was going on, AO, Blind Man, and stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is why I say, as much as people complain about what happened with RE2 and 3 remakes, I commend them for being different because of the simple fact that we got companies like Nintendo who just gives us the same. Like, I'm tired of the same character. Like, put a new spin on it, something. Or if you're gonna do something, like, this has been one of the biggest misconceptions. We don't want Nintendo to lose the essence of itself. We just want them, for the most part, a lot of people just want them to do, like, create new IPs. I don't want Mario snapping people necks and shooting people up. No, create new intellectual properties for that to appeal to a little bit more ages. We're not telling you to step out of your comfort zone. I mean, we are telling you to step out of your comfort zone, but we ain't telling you to fucking plunge out of there with guns blazing. Like, come on now. Like, a lot of these people, this is the thing, but some people got so much nostalgia because they like gaming in a certain way. Like my friend, like, if he had to play a game like RE, which is difficult, like, to certain people, I'm not an expert gamer. You know, I have to play a game for a repeated amount of time to get used to it. You know, get used to the mechanics of that. And I realize the better I get and stuff, and the more confident I get with using the controller. Like PC, if I was playing RE on PC right now, the remake, man, please, I'm better. Cause I know people gotta understand, like, once you get the controls custom and you know you can aim and you know how to aim and you know how to set all that up, you're good to go and know how to control it. Cause I used to play a lot of first person games on PC. I used to play a lot of Doom and Quake when I was younger, you know. But yeah, speaking of you guys are speaking of the RE4 remake. I'm reading the comments right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it like this. Now that I got you guys here live, let's talk about what they can do with the RE4 remake. You know, besides breaking the game down and rebuilding it in the RE engine. You know, will they have Matt Mercer or Paul Mercier come back as the voice of Leon? No, I think they should stick with Nick Apostolidis as the voice of Leon, but have him do it in a more seasoned way. You know, not as plucky and young as he was in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Have Nick Apostolidis come back and do the voice. Have the actress who played Ada in this one, have them come back, at least. Nick Apostolidis, definitely. I like Matt Mercer and Paul Mercier. I like what they've done with Leon. But if you're going with this remake path, stick stick with Nicopostolitis. You know? I mean, but speaking of the merchant, if you're gonna stick with the merchant in this game, have Paul Mercier come back at least to do the voice of the merchant, because he did the voice of the merchant too. You know, you can have Nicopostolitis do the voice of Leon, have the merchant being done by Paul Mercier. Yeah. And please, for the love of God, do something better with Ashley's voice. Don't make her sound so annoying. They're gonna probably make it more terrifying and more dialogue realistic, like they did. Because look at RE2 remake and look at RE3 remake. The dialogue is much more serious compared to, hey, you probably want to ask me out. The ladies, they love my accent. In your dreams. No. That was gone from that. You know, he went to touch it. He's like, oh, personal space. I understand that. Like stuff, but he still had elements of Carlos we know, but he wasn't 90s cheesy. Come on, man. That's 90s cheesy. People still want that 90s cheesy, you know? Even the original Resident Evil remake kind of, wow, what a mansion. No, they went like, wow, this ain't your average run-of-the-mill mansion. Or, Jill, don't open that door. But Chris, no. It's like, Jill, no. You don't want to go out there. Like, or the Jill sandwich one. He's like, you know, well, he's saying the remake. If I waited any longer, it'd be enough for you to fit in the sandwich. Instead of saying, well, it turned into a Jill sandwich, they kind of made the dialogue a little bit more, made it less cheesy in a remake. And then 2 just really went with cinematic, like I was watching Walking Dead almost, like type of, I was watching that, you know. I know a lot of people are, but like, it's from a different era. I get it. I mean, it's from a different era, and I can always put in Resident Evil 1, and I can always put that in and just, you know, remember the you know, the dialogue for what it is. But like, you know, there was a line in the RE3 game, the remake recently, that surprised me with Jill. Like, the final battle with Nemesis. She said, you think I don't know how to fuck you up? I was like, whoa. I was like, oh shit, that was just out of nowhere. Just like, she's like, next time, take the fucking head. Like, she was getting really, like, they put I'll give you stars in the earlier point of the game. But then they like really took that aggression she had and put it like, you know, she just tired of this motherfucking chasing her. It was funny because I'm like, you think I was like, oh shit. She did. Like when Nikolai shot his own teammate, she was like, what the fuck? Stuff like, yeah, she did. Like, I really like that because you could tell she was a cop. She was a cop and she done been through this shit. And you know, with Tyrant, with the Arklay Mountains. And I like what they did with Brad, though. You know? I like what they did with Brad. And I like the whole irony of the situation that, remember, Chris, he left y'all, and he was like, wait, where you going, Brad? And then when he was trying to get y'all to go to the helicopter, and the helicopter wait, he was the one down there on the ground. Like, hey, where you going? Like, it was funny how they did all that stuff. He said have Ashley use weapons or get into the ride of the regenerators of what? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Ashley in this one, but they're gonna find some way to make it like when if they end up doing the revelation shit where she can, you know, instead she does something and you have to follow up and kill. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but more than likely they might end up just having her hide more again and things of that nature. And I really don't know what they can do, what else they can really do with it. I know a lot of people. I know Blind Man doesn't like Resident Evil 4. I know that well enough, but I was like, I left a comment. I don't know if you read it, Blind Man, but that wasn't Capcom that forced Shinji Mikami to change it to a more action pace. He was doing it himself. He was going through all these different motions. Remember, he delayed Resident Evil 2 because he did not like 1.5. That was him. Capcom was like, he was like, look, just give me 8 more months. Trust me, believe me, I have this done. I'm not happy with this. Resident Evil 4. Okay, wow, this game has really gone into its own path and stuff, but I don't, this is not what Resident Evil is, but Hideki Kamiya, here you go, Devil May Cry. Remember that. That's why Dante and Leon kind of look alike. Like early Leon and early Dante look alike, because originally it was Resident Evil 4. And then he went back to the drawing board and he did that, that whole 3.5 with the him, Leon hallucinating and everything. And then he wasn't happy with that either. So he's like, you know what? Let me marry the action that I started with Devil May Cry along with this hallucination shit that I was doing in 3.5, and Resident Evil 4 as we know it was born. That was all Shinji Mikami. That was not all Capcom. Okay? For the most part, I say 90% of that was Shinji Mikami. He's like that. But he recently gave them the blessing to do it. Like Hideki Kamiya gave what's the team that worked on Resident Evil 2? He gave them the blessing to do the remake. He was happy with it. He knew about it for a while. But then Shinji Mikami gave M2 the blessing to do the remake. I'm more irritated from how overrated RE4 is. I don't know. RE4, you know why people say RE4 is overrated? Or why? Look. You know why it's beloved? I can say it's beloved because it was the breath of fresh air that the series needed. Because the series was getting stellar and stellar. It peaked with 2. It was Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 2 sells. Resident Evil 3 sells. Code Veronica. Gun Survivor. Remake didn't even sell well until it went on to other consoles because Nintendo GameCube has such a low user fan base, and not every, just because you sell a couple million doesn't mean every million's gonna buy that. This is why with 100 million in-store base, they can get 10 million copies because Sony knows that at least a tenth of its user base are going to only support this game. Well, they won't really support the other game. They got options. Remember the whole option thing, And I could tell you how Resident Evil 4 was influential. Cliff Bleszinski owes Gears of War 1 to Resident Evil 4. That's how influential the game was. This is why it influenced a lot of people. It influenced a lot of different games. That whole over-the-shoulder perspective, Gears of War, that comes from Resident Evil. He said it himself. He's like, I played a lot of Metroid Prime, and I played a lot of Resident Evil 4. He said Resident Evil 4 was awesome. He was like, it inspired that. The blind claw guy, the one that's blind with the claws, that was the inspiration to the Berserker. Blind enemy that can kill you pretty quickly or run to your location and murder you by sound and smell. What was the Berserker? The same type of creature. It heavily influenced Gears of War. And this is where it comes from that. And yes, yeah, it was. But my thing is, my friends, oh my god, people were telling me about Dead Space, Blind Man. They were saying, oh, Dead Space is what Resident Evil should be now. And I'm like, look, Dead Space was, after a while, you just dismembered people and just stomped them repeatedly. It just was like, it became just so, the killing of the Necro, whatever they was necromancers or whatever you call them, were so, it became so repetitive after a certain while. I watched my friend play Dead Space and I was like, it's fun to watch you play it, but I ain't got no desire to play this. I really don't. I really don't. But the thing I liked about Dead Space is, the death scenes. Whoo, they were fucked up in that. You died in that, you got fucked up in that bad. I was looking at that like, shit, shit, that was crazy. But yeah, I mean, as for Resident Evil 4 remake, I don't know what they can do with it. I really don't know. Like, it's not something like, it's not like Resident Evil 2. Wow, we have this to run off of right here. Remember when Resident Evil 2, we was thinking about it, we wanted Resident Evil 2 remake? They'd be like, look what you did with Resident Evil 1. We just want that to be done with Resident Evil 2. That's initially, we had something to base it off of. But Resident Evil 4, which basically is the inspiration to Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, what can we do to remake the inspiration that kind of set the standard going forth of how the series is played? It's the progenitor. RE4 is the progenitor of the new generation of Resident Evil 4. Of Resident Evil and how we play Resident Evil games. What can we do with the game that started that new? What can we do with that? What does it need to be done? Not much, to be honest with you. Is it? No, I don't think so. Pretty much. It is like pretty much is. You can say it's with. Let's see. Let's go to. Let me read it to you. And if Dusk Golem is saying that he has the information and he can back up these sources, and Dusk Golem is right most of the time, yeah, it's pretty much all but confirmed. This is why people are talking about it. Let's see. Let me read this to you, because a lot of people are running with this. The first Resident Evil game I ever played was Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. Let me see. Alright, let's skip to that. Let's go to this one. Capcom hasn't formally announced anything yet, but given the success of RE2 and 3, it's inevitable that the company will look back on one of its seminal titles in the entire franchise. Reportedly, the game will release in 2022 with development led by Osaka-based M2. Yep, here you go. M2. Original game director Shinji Mikami isn't lead in development, but has blessed the effort and provided unofficial support. This effort has attracted a larger team than the remakes of RE2 and 3 and has received more internal support from the inside Capcom as well. RE4 is considered to be the highest rated game in the Resident Evil franchise and is the top selling title overall. Top selling, with more than 7.5 million copies sold. RE4 was the first Resident Evil game in which weapons could be shot out of an enemy's hands, or where shooting at their feet could cause them to stagger. Controls are often context sensitive. You'll hop through a window but start climbing a ladder with the same button depending on what you're near, and it relies on plenty of the game tropes you've come to know and love, like quick time events. Playing RE4 on a modern system is a split experience. On one hand, the updated textures genuinely look great. On the other, it's painfully obvious that you're looking at a higher detailed textures with a... See, they talking about graphics. It is 2005. It's been 15 years. And I know that the HD is just basically... We know it looks dated, but that... Does it really need the paint job just because it needs the paint job because it looks dated? No, it doesn't. Now, I can understand if you're going to go in and you're going to bring it up to snuff with the storyline. Like, think about it. This is what I have with Resident Evil 4 that they can make more sense of the storyline. Name a character that came before Resident Evil 4 that his name, I'm gonna say it, I'm not gonna make you guess. Nemesis whole thing was related to a parasite called the Nemesis parasite. Imagine now if they revamped the story and you have to understand that the Nemesis parasite was a derivative of combining the T virus with a sample of Las Plagas. Think about that. Now think about how that can make 3 fit into 4. But guess who was Nikolai working for in Resident Evil 3 Remake? Let's say he was working for Wesker, and he's gotten Wesker some of the Nemesis. He got him something, a sample of Nemesis' body. For an example, let's just say that, because he was around, he was watching every Jill confrontation because he was recording the data of watching Jill fight Nemesis. Let's say Wesker was the one behind the scenes that got, and Nikolai helped him get, it's a lot of things that could be going on with this thing right now. We don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm just throwing out different things that how they make it connected, that somehow Umbrella had hands in this working with this parasite. And then what is Resident Evil 4 villains? Las Plagas, which is Spanish for the plague. It's a parasite. Nemesis has the technology into his chest, the Nemesis parasite. Wonder if that was it made from Lisa Trevor? It could be, because Lisa Trevor, what the G virus comes from Lisa Trevor's body. And they experimented on her so much that she was the progenitor of a lot of of the Golgotha virus, which is the G virus. Let's say for that, let's leave Las Plagas out for now. Let's say, for example, now, Lisa Trevor her body also gave birth to the Nemesis parasite, which Umbrella took and put it into a victim. Put it into the god, which I think will make more sense. And they went into more detail on that. So, I don't know. It's a lot of ways they could go with this to match up the story. If they revamp the story, besides giving it the RE Engine paint job, and they actually we get to see more of what Wesker's doing. But I think that's why Code Veronica remake would have been important, so we can flesh out what role did he play behind the scenes in Resident Evil 3 remake. Because I think he's the one that Nikolai was working for. He wanted to see Umbrella. He's like, I don't care. He like, my client just want me to, to watch Umbrella burn to the ground. What you think Wesker said? That sounds just that's Wesker. He was working for Wesker, more than likely. He was working for Wesker. That's probably how Nikolai, if he's alive, how you think he got out of the city? Yes. So, I don't know. I could say, because Lisa Trevor's, like I said, her body is where they pulled the Golgotha virus from, and Birkin kind of worked with it and enhanced it even more. But it was dangerously unstable. That's the thing about it. And I'm glad they got rid of that dialogue. Oh, my perfection. It's pure perfection. The G virus. And I'm like, really? Did he sound like a mad scientist out of... So, yeah, they just gotta yes, it is. This is why I keep saying it. It is because I'm not even a big fan of Code Veronica. I'm not saying I hate the game. It's just not my favorite Resident Evil. My thing is that it's still canon. And it's very important to the storyline. Very important to the storyline. And there's a lot of ways they can go with it. But I'm thinking, how many plagues and parasites that Umbrella have had their hand in right now? And let's think about it. Let's get back to Wesker in Resident Evil 4. Now, how did Wesker know about Spain and that village having Las Plagas in it? Because guess what? Remember, he stole Umbrella's technology. He stole the info and knew that Umbrella was fucking around. I bet Umbrella knew about Las Plagas parasite which can still lead to how they had, if not Lisa Trevor's body, how they got the nemesis parasite by combining that plague with their with other viruses that they have and created. Think about that. But Wesker stole Umbrella not technology. Well, he did. He stole the technology and their data in Resident Evil 1 remake. He did. So imagine that's why he knew what was going on and knew that to be there behind the scenes, and he sent Ada there. Ada didn't go there following Leon. She just happened to run into Leon. So there's a lot of things they can do with the storyline, but I still want to see, like, Wesker played a big part in Resident Evil Code Veronica, and to skip that to go to 4 makes no sense to me. Yes. You know? It does. People are going to probably get upset. Oh, they pulled out the cross-dressing scene of Alfred and stuff, like, because they would do something like that, but I would say they would go more into how it fucked up his psyche. You know, look at Chief Irons. Chief Irons, like, he went mad, and they showed more of how fucking of a monster he was in the RE2 remake than he was in Resident Evil 2, the original version. In the RE2 remake, they showed just how messed up he was. You know? You be in that Umbrella's pocket and you fucking doomed the city to that. But instead of owning up to it, you want to condone. You want everybody to fucking die along with you because you're fucking nuts. You suspended Jill, Chris, and everybody, and Jill was about to leave the town in 3 days. And it just was a lot of things that I liked how they started. Like, Nemesis didn't waste any time finding her, you know. And how Brad, it came after Brad first, still like it did originally. And Brad was like, Jill, you gotta get out of there right now. I got no talk. I ain't no time. He came when he was coming for it. He was trying to find any STARS member, and not in succession. Not in succession. If he saw you and you were programmed to who to kill, it was on sight. It wasn't like, I have to find Brad first. I have to kill Brad first. No, he was coming after anybody he can get his hands on. Brad got away and was trying to warn Jill, and boom, right through the fucking wall. Boom. You never know. They might not take it out, the cross-dressing thing. They might try to go more into giving it a valid reason, meaning like, oh, that's his psychosis, because that's what it was. But of course, it was played up to cheesy 90s perfection or early 2000s perfection and stuff. Whereas where they going in this path with Resident Evil now, they trying to make things a little bit more, the dialogue a little bit more digestible and realistic, you know. Like, especially like with Annette, Birkin, and Leon, you know. Like the whole thing with when he realized that Ada was a mercenary, and he was like, you know, Leon said this in the RE2 remake. He's like, you know, I just was thinking about you. You make a good team, right? And stuff. He was like, I wanted to trust you, but I didn't. Because you realize if you played through the RE2 remake, he showed signs of him not trusting her, like fully trusting her. Like he was in the old one. No, Ada would never do that. He had a little bit of that, but when Annette was talking to him, stuff started clicking, and he started putting two together. Like, you know what? That's why she's acting like that. That's why she's this way, that, and the fourth, and that's why he went and questioned her and stuff. They made it a little bit more realistic and a little bit more grounded. And Leon was still a rookie cop, but he wasn't completely gullible. You said, what about Krauser? That's a good thing. How are they going to do that? Because, you know, Dark Side Chronicles came out, which filled in his time with Krauser, how he first met him and stuff, and why Krauser's arm got messed up, and why he sought out Wesker to fix his arm, and Wesker gave him that fucking super plague arm and stuff like that. How he was mad at Leon for that. I don't know why he was mad at Leon for that, but he faked his. I don't know. Maybe they make more sense of the whole thing. Maybe they should add that in a flashback. You know, maybe they should add that in a flashback, like a more revised version of it. Or look what they did with the Resident Evil Degeneration movie. They wanted to go back and add a longer flashback to the Resident Evil 2 part. They only put in a couple of seconds of them doing that. They said they had that originally planned, but they had cut it, I think, for time reasons. I don't know. In the game version, maybe, you know, you can see glimpses of him and Krauser and stuff, and inside in engine, you know, like when he sees him, like, she's surprised to see me, Leon, and then you see Leon, and then you see the glimpses of it and stuff, and then I don't know, maybe what's her name, Ashley asks him like, hey, where do you know him from? And then he goes into a flashback, and we treat it with a cutscene, an engine cutscene of what happened between them real quick. He like, you know, me and him worked on this mission. You know, we went up against this, and he was injured, and you know, I thought he was dead all these years, but it just comes, you know, stuff like that. Maybe explain more his connection with it. Because I don't know if after they do this remake, is Dark Side Chronicles still going to be canon? Who knows? Yeah, and it was like, and you're right, Java, I mean, it made more sense for him not to trust him. It made more sense, and you started seeing, like, through the game, like, you know, damn, one of my dogs just. Goddamn. Oh, my God. Jesus, that's probably Chip. Chippy, oof. They're like 10 feet away from me, but that's some powerful shit. Dogs be farting their ass off. Ooh, goddamn. So, yeah, it's a lot of different things, but you know what I liked also? Speaking of dialogue, the RE3 dialogue, I really liked. Whoever wrote that, the dialogue in the game, I really liked it. And I really liked how they wrote Jill. Jill wasn't like, I'm a strong female that don't need men. Jill made a lot of fucking mistakes in the game. Jill was getting her ass whooped, and you could see the injury on her and her, just like her grunting, her wincing, and stuff like that. People like, oh, well, you know, she was too tough in the game. You know, she was getting thrown this way and the other. I'm like, so guy characters who go through unrealistic amounts of pain and damage like Nathan Drake, it's okay with them, but for a female, it's not okay. It's a game. You know, we got guys out here who hate female characters, you know, ever since, you know, every day want to accuse everybody being a fucking Mary Sue and the shit. I'm like, come on now. Yeah, the story was done. The game was short as fuck, but it wasn't that much shorter than the original RE3. People are, oh, well, it cut out this areas, you didn't get to go to the clock tower and stuff like that. I'm like I said in my last video, my last live stream, the city is in shambles. You really think with a bunch of zombies that take 1,000 shots to the head, you really think I want to risk going out there? We need to get out this fucking city. This city is going to kill us. And then when they found out that the city was going to get bombed, oh, well, no, let's go to the clock tower and go inside there and see what's really good. No. The way the story went, it was like, look, we got to get the fuck out of here before we die. Not like, oh, well, this is a long journey. We need to go to this labyrinth here. We got to go through the sewer for 8,000 years. No. Hold on, I got a phone call. Hello? Yeah, I'm home. I mean, I don't give them any table food. Oh no, I try to keep them off that because once you put them on that, that's all they want. I went through that with Blackie. Alright. Oh, but thanks though. Alright. Okay. Bye bye. Sorry, that was my brother. Okay, like, yeah, they like that they actually, Lara Croft went through the same stuff and the newest Tomb Raider. Yeah, she got thrown, like, she got thrown around, she got fucked up, she's pulling shit out her legs, she got injuries and stuff like that, and then she keeps trucking on. It's the game. That's what games are. That's what action movies are. Look at John McClane. Somebody tried to make a video years ago. Oh, realistically, if John McClane took all this damage, he'd been dead a long time. It's a fucking movie. Like I said, it's a game. Okay, deal with it. But like you said, Blind Man, they tried to stop the bombing. Yes, if they would have produced the serum, they would have been able to. They would have delayed the bombing. But of course, Nikolai fucked that up and stuff. Not like how she's like, do you have any idea what you just done? He's like, I don't care. You know, my client played me. And I like how in the end she like, it was greed. It wasn't just the bio monsters. It wasn't bio monsters or anything that destroyed Raccoon City. It was greed. Well, the bio monsters were part, you know, they did, but you get what I'm saying. Like metaphorically, it was greed. She could have stopped this, but somebody just wanted the city to be destroyed to fit their agenda rather than the lives of others. Something that they learned. You know what? You know what that harkens to? Vendetta. Vendetta. Leon, of course, Leon and Chris killed whoever came in that direction, but they weren't going around trying to bomb the whole fucking city. They realized there was a cure to it, so whoever was still left in a zombie state got cured, but they had to murder whoever they had to murder. You know, Resident Evil universe is not the real world. People, oh my god, they were just killing all these people and all this action was happening. I'm like, so I was entertained by it. Like, you gotta understand, look, with me, a lot of stuff is just like, I understand there's entertainment value, but people somehow take fandoms way too far. And if you disagree with something, they want to fucking tear you a new one. Like, I don't want none of you guys to like exactly what I like just because I say I like it and I feel like I'm benevolent and you gotta like what I like. No, we all have different tastes. We might have some things that line up the same, but not everything is going to be the same. And I wish more people start respecting each other's opinion. Now, if you disagree, explain why you disagree. But yeah, like, we don't have to be like, oh, fuck you, this is stupid, this, that, and the other, and you're an idiot. This is why I don't like Star Wars fans. Star Wars fanboys are the worst. But there's a lot of toxicity in fandoms in general, but nobody shows their ass more than the Star Wars fans, Game of Thrones fans, Sony ponies. Yeah, pretty much those three show their ass the most on social media. I don't get it. Like, I'm like this. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo sell millions of consoles. Where's my check in the mail for shilling for them? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that check. There's no check. There's no check. You know, this is why I don't. You know, I was getting on Drake fanboys like that too. They're like, oh well, Drake's successful, this, that, and the other, and stuff. What you saying? You're valid. I knew you. So he ain't no culture vulture. You just hating. I'm like, he is a culture vulture. And when did he pay you for being a fan like that? What happened? Did you bring him an underage girl to grope on fucking stage again? Fuck out of here, yo. People kill me with this shit. No. You know, I actually understand where people had problems with Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. Oh, well, this is still the end of the franchise. I'm like, yeah, to you maybe, but Resident Evil 4 sold a lot. Resident Evil 5 and 6 sold even 6 sold a lot. Oh, no, it didn't. People understand. 3, the one that everybody asked for a remake for, everyone that people were asking a remake for, didn't sell that great. Matter of fact, let me see. It said the Resident Evil 3, let me see something. Oh, they're giving me info on the new one. I'm gonna find out the old Resident Evil It said Resident Evil 3 hits 2 million units shipped after 5 days after launch. Oh, people really hate the game, huh? In a statement posted by Capcom, is shipped. Let me see. Given 10 days after launch as this story possible. Let me see something. It's higher than this. The number includes sales across the PlayStation, as well as Xbox One family of devices. So collectively on Xbox and on PC, Xbox, and PS4, it's shipped about 2 million. And now Resident Evil 2 Remake. Guess how much Resident Evil 2 Remake is? Like a year and 3 months into its lifespan. A year and 3 months into its lifespan, it's at 6.5 sold million. Damn. Which is kind of, yeah, it's doing as well as the original Resident Evil 2. But let me get back to what I was looking for. Resident Evil 3, 1999. Let's put that in. Let's see what I can find. And look at this, what I said about the original Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 was a spin-off until Capcom changed its mind. See, I was right about that. It was going to be, Jill wasn't even going to be the lead character, going to be a character at all. But because Sony found out that they were making Code Veronica, which was Resident Evil 3 for the Dreamcast, they were like, you know what, we've sold so many copies of Resident Evil 2 on our consoles, we make money for you, we made you successful, we want Resident Evil 3. So that side game that you were working on, that side story, became Resident Evil 3 because Sony demanded that 3, Biohazard, aka Biohazard Last Escape, be part 3, just to give an ultimate fuck you to Sega. And that's what happened. Let me see Resident Evil 3 Wiki. Let's try to find out how much the original sold. I'm trying to find that for you guys. Everything keep coming up the new one. What the? Let me just put in 1999. See what happens. And then I like how people were, you know, we had troll ass niggas trying to hate on the way Jill looked, and then when you got the final version, Jill model was done and it looks like Jill. I don't know who this face model is. They chose correctly. People are, oh my god, I was looking at how they were cooking in reviews and Metacritic. The fans were like, I'm mad, I want a new version. I can't wait to play it on the PC where they can mod it to look like Julia Voth. I like Julia Voth and the Resident Evil 1, they used her like part of her likeness, but this Jill and Resident Evil 3, I really like how it looks. I really do, and it looks like a Jill, like Jill. In the family of the spectrum of Jill's design, I really like what they did with it. But let's see, Resident Evil 3, let's see how much the original sold. And it got good reviews though. Like, the original Resident Evil 3 got great reviews. It just didn't perform well. Like it should have. Like it didn't perform nowhere on the level that RE2 performed. And I don't understand that. But it's still, my point is, it's still got a remake. Okay? It's still got a remake. So people were trying to say 6 didn't sell as well as Resident Evil 4 or 5. What does that mean? It still sold a lot. Yeah, co-op definitely made it, Java Bean. Co-op definitely made it. Like, it, boy, me and my friend used to have fun. He was home, I was at my house playing that. We had a headset in, especially on Xbox 360. Playing like, yo, help me, yo, I'm about to get shot. Yo, shoot. You know, stuff like that. Like, I really, yeah, yeah. This, like, definitely, like Jill's current. Ouch! Got a cut on my finger. Ow. They definitely did a good job with the design, like, of Jill. Let me see something. Do I have to? I wonder if you actually bring up an actual. Let's go with interact. Let's go with properties. Let's go to Google. .com. Boom. And there we go. Let's go to interact. Boom. Let's see. Let's see who the face model is. Let's see who we can find. Let's see. Oh, so it's Sasha Zotova. Let's look up Sasha. Oh, see? Google's ever knowing. Let's see. Oh, it is her. Okay, I see it. I can see some of it. Yep. It just changed the hair. Yep, that's her. Yep. But her voice actress, the voice actress is what really, I really like the voice actress for Jill. Now I thought Stephanie Panacetta did a good job as Claire, but Jill, like they chose well. I really like that they are focusing on voice actor. Leon well cast, Jill, Claire of course. Hell, I even liked what they did with the supporting characters, like Marvin. I liked. Oh, it's you, the new guy. No, I like how he actually sounds like a black man because he is the voice actor is a black man, like Marvin is. I really like that they did that. But yeah, Sasha Zato's Joe Valentine's face model, like Joint McEwen. And it's Russian too. Of course, it's Eastern European, like Mila Jovovich. You know, which people was comparing the new Jill and RE3 model to something reminiscent of Mila Jovovich. I'm like, well, she's Ukrainian and Ukrainian, Russian, Eastern European. The women kind of look alike. I mean, they got a certain look. Some of them got a certain look to them. You got the old blonde-haired one with the big chest, the big breast ones who built a little bit more stocky. Then you have the petite brunettes like Mila Kunis and this woman here. So you had different types of different type of black women. Of course, we got the black women with the nice bodies. Then you got some built like Lizzo. Ugh. Most of them are now built like that, unfortunately. But they always tell you that you too short. You going bald. All this other stuff that you can't help. Your height, you can't help your height. You can't help your hair. You can't help your endowment. But women can help by not putting that fork to their face. But no, they don't want to listen to that. Let's see. Joint McEwen. See? Of course. They know about Claire's face model. Definitely Claire. I like this one because she's a model. I think, was she Canadian? Something like that. But yeah, it's definitely Claire face model. And of course, we seen Leon. That looked like a lot. And he's been doing the game for a while too. They was showing him behind the scenes, like putting the motion thing on his face. There's a video of it online. So he was like, look, I've known about this for a long time. I just couldn't talk about it. Like Patrick LeVar, who's a known photographer, Patrick LeVar is a known photographer, and I know you talking about the other guy that the Carlos team. You talking about the dude with the glasses, right? I found out I forgot his name, Terrell, right? I gotta find his face model. See, I think I may have seen him somewhere, but let's go to Patrick LeVar. He is a photographer. You can go on YouTube right now, and he has videos about how to do good photography. The face model of Marvin in RE2 and 3 remake. You can actually find Patrick LeVar on YouTube. And what's his name too? Of course, I showed y'all before, Nico Mulatto, the face of Scorpion. He's on YouTube too. He's a Scorpion. We see the face of Scorpion and MK11, and he's like for Harumi and Satoshi. But Nico Mulatto, the face actor, is like, hey, how you doing, guys? He has a very light voice and he's young. But they made Nico Mulatto look much older when he was the face of Hanzo Hasashi. He didn't even know what he got scanned for. And then he found out later that it was Scorpion and MK11. When the residuals started coming in, he didn't even know that. Let's go back to here and let's go to properties and let's go back to YouTube. But yeah, this whole photogrammetry, that's what I want to see now. They can keep. Are they gonna keep the same face model for Leon and just now they can, like I'm saying, they can, and they can age it and make it look just like Badalula. They can make it. He's Russian, I believe. Also, they can make it look like, I forgot his first name, but that's his last name. Is Badalula. They can make it look like him, but older, just like they did with Nico Mulatto and Scorpion. They can do the same thing with him, and then just have Nick Apostolides do a more, a more seasoned voice. It's been how many years since the original Resident? It was 7 years later. Yeah, he's been through some things. He's matured. He's now 28 years old. When he in Resident Evil 2, he's 21. He sound young, like he's supposed to. You see, let's go to interact, and let's go to here. See, this is the face of Scorpion right here. This young man here. If it can go.
Sense of
That's the face of Scorpion right there.
Modeling agencies, because it was something that I'd always sort of wanted to try.
And if you look in the comment section, he didn't even realize it was like, is that you, Scorpion? And he says he didn't know. But yeah, he didn't know what they were scanning his face for. That's crazy. Like, you sign these NDA, these things, and sometimes you don't even know that until they tell you. And they're like, look, we decided to go with you. We're gonna use you in this game. Here's a non-disclosure agreement. You can't talk about it until after it's released. They can say that we can use your likeness. It can be used in something. You can't tell it. Sometimes they don't tell you until after that. But this man here, that's the face of Scorpion. Now, if I look up Scorpion, MK11 Scorpion, you'll see that. And they say without mask. I wonder how much money they get paid for this, man. How much you think they get paid? See, they just...
I've heard enough of your family and clan.
Disrespect them at your peril.
I don't fear you, ninja.
See, I wonder how much they get paid for that. Like, just to have their likeness, that's something that's immortalized into a game. Do you get residuals, or do they get one fee? Like, that's the thing I wonder about that. What do you think? What if you had an option? They was gonna use your face, but you had a choice to take one lump sum or choose residuals, and you don't know if the game is going to be successful or not. So whatever residuals you get, it could be not that great because you chose that. What would you choose? The lump sum or residuals? Like, you tell me that from it, because I think that's how Robert Downey Jr. does his appearances in certain. He did that in Avengers. He was like, you know what? My $20 million, forget that. Forget my $20 million. I want 1% of this movie's gross. And Avengers, the first Avengers made a lot, so he came up with like $50 million because he chose to forego his $20 million fee and go with the 1% of the movie's proceeds. I mean, early in my career, let's say for example, early in my career, if I was an actor or a face model, I would go with the lump sums. But as an actor, I would go with the lump sum. Face model, I might be like, you know what, it's a video game. Video games turn to bomb sometimes. I might have to go with the lump sum too in the video game. But movies, after I built my resume and whatever, I might have to go with residuals. If I start to become more established, my name carries weight, or I'm in a movie with people whose names carry more weight than my name does, I might have to go with residuals if I was given that choice. But Robert Downey Jr. He's the heart of the MCU. He was the heart before, Endgame, And now they're going to build up to who's going to be the new heart of the MCU now without him. A lot of people don't get that. And of course, the DC fanboys are just waiting. Yeah, without Iron Man, it's going to be bomb in the MCU. The MCU is too kiddie and stuff like that. And DC, I'm like, how did dark and gritty go with DC? How's everybody's favorite movie, Justice League and Shazam and other movies that flopped? Don't bring up Joker because nobody gives a fuck about Joker. Joker is not a superhero movie. It's not even a Joker we know movie. You're just using names and likeness. Movie could have been Memoirs of a Disturbed Clown. That could have been the name of the fucking movie. It's not DC. Get the fuck out of here. This is why people kill me when they suck the cock of the Dark Knight series. And I ain't saying that as a hater on DC. I'm saying that because I fucking didn't think the series was that great. Batman Begins was my favorite one, but it was the beginning of a story. And then when the Dark Knight came along, I was like, okay, it's a good crime thriller, but this movie could be easily something else. It wasn't Batman. He was barely in the fucking movie. And then Dark Knight Rises, that movie was fucking garbage to me. Garbage. And you don't have to love all the Marvel stuff. That's the thing. A lot of people don't love every Marvel movie. They love they love that it's building pieces and this leads up to something that they do love, like the Avenger films. You don't have to like every movie in that. Because I don't really care for too many. I've watched them. And some that was alright. I don't feel like watching it. It's not something I'll watch repeatedly. That's how I feel about them. But that's why I hated this movie. This movie sucked. No. I'm not like that with even Batman v Superman. I was like, this movie's fucking stupid. Let me watch it again and see. Oh no, God, it's fucking stupid. Let me watch it. Oh, it's fucking. Alright, I'm done with this movie. I thought, honestly, I'm gonna say this: Man of Steel is better than Batman v Superman, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Man of Steel was better than Batman v Superman. I don't know. That's just me. How you guys feel about that? Man of Steel was better than Batman v Superman. I mean, you know what really killed me in this fucking movie, Batman v Superman? Superman, you just torpedoed terrorists through the wall to save Lois like he was fucking, like you were Raiden. You killed a man. Thousands of people died in Man of Steel because of you. And then you go to Batman? The Bat. The next, he was like, kill it. This is me showing you mercy. I'm like, motherfucker, are you serious? Did you just come to Batman to tell him to stop being a vigilante when you murdered thousands of people in the last fucking movie you was in? This is why this is why Batman fucking hates you. He's like, yeah, he killed people, but you killed thousands of people fighting a Kryptonian. You fucking leveled your entire town you were raised in fighting Kryptonians. You just took Zod stuff and you attacked my mother. And you destroyed fucking Smallville. You did not care. And you gonna tell Batman to stop because he murdered a few bad guys? Like, get the fucking, really? What did Red Letter Media call it? He called it Murder Man versus Captain Hypocrite. That's what they called it on their review. Murder Man versus Captain Hypocrite. That's what it was. That's exactly what Batman v Superman was, because Batman was murdering people. Hell, in the '89 movie, he was killing people. But that movie was much better. He was killing people, and I'm not going to lie about that. It ain't the murder that got me disturbed with Batman and this movie. It's the fact that you had one murderer you had a mass murderer telling a small-time murderer to stop doing what you're doing. That's what it was. That's what it was. And then all of a sudden you hire Joss Whedon to undo everything that Zack Snyder was doing with the characters, going in this darker path. You know, Zack Snyder he graduated from the Christopher Nolan school of taking the source material and wiping his ass with it. You know? And I say this to this day, I would be totally down with Zack Snyder if he would have just did Batman. Zack Snyder's Batman, hyper violent, fighting. You know what had me thinking, like, you know what, Zack Snyder should do Batman? Watchmen. When Silk Spectre 2 and Night Owl went to the alleyway and got the banging. I was like, and then I was looking at how Night Owl looked when they had that prison fight in the suit and the moves, how they were. I was like, yo, Zack Snyder would do a good Batman. And then look at Batman v Superman. One of the shining parts of that is when he was doing that fight, and it was like Arkham. Like, the way he was fighting, shooting stuff, throwing stuff at people, fighting people with claws and kicking and beating shit out of people. And I was like, Zack Snyder should have just did Batman. I'd be happy with him, you know? When it comes to action, fine. Yeah, I would have been totally fine with that. Yes, he's a darker character, just like you say, he's a darker character that could work. But don't give him Superman, the sign of hope. Then he's saying, Man of Steel, that S means hope. And he just was like, really? Like in Batman v Superman, he looked so depressed helping people, like, oh, I'm pulling this. Why am I pulling this? People look at me as a god, and I'm like, he had this look on his face like he had a 1,000-yard stare doing that. Like, yes, people are gonna hate you because you gotta realize you wrecked an entire city. Thousands of people are dead. Thousands of people are dead. Where Superman, we know, would have taken Zod someplace else and had a fight with him. You tore down fucking Metropolis. For what? For what? Hey Chip, how you doing, boy? And this is the segment where the dogs come in. He's rubbing his head on my thing because he wants his ear rubbed. I gotta take him to the vet. Because he has an ear infection. Okay, we get it. Petey, stop. Stop being jealous. You always want to take the attention away from your daddy here. Let your daddy get some attention for a change. Okay? Hey, boy. How you been, old man? He's 10, you know. He's about 10 years old. So he's an old fella. Kind of an old fella, but I think having his son around is what keeps him a little bit more vibrant for a longer time. Right, boy? Petey! No! Go around. Go. Around that way. Don't try to cut between. Stop that. Stop it. It's like having 2 children here. This is why I don't have kids. If I had to deal with dogs right now, I can't deal with 2 dogs and an infant. Ain't gonna happen. Or a adolescent or a teenager. I would have had a teenager by now. Long story. He or she would have been 18 years old, but long story. Right, boy? How would you have dealt with a teenager in the house? Well, somebody else would have been walking you too besides me. And you wouldn't have so many separation anxiety issues, right? I'd be gone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be working 12 hours a day, but it's gonna be 1 on 1 off because I'm joining EMS full time in 12-hour shifts. I can get, man, if I can rack up on some overtime, I gotta get a new car or fix the one I got now. I want to definitely get a new vehicle, and I gotta move out of here. As much as I like the studio, and this my family house, this house I've been in for 30-something years, it's time that I move on. It really is. I told my brother, don't sell it yet, because their value is going to go up. The more this mayor brings in his yuppies, sell it when we can get high value for his sake. Stop. Come on, Chip, show us the world, though. Give me a hug. Put your arms around here. There we go. Don't lick my face. Do not lick my face. Right, boy? Why are you teasing my ears? Oh, my headset. All right, down. My earplug came out. Okay, dude. You see that he does this thing. Like Chippers always do that. He want me to kneel down and stuff. He likes to put his arms right here. He doesn't lick you. He just it's like he almost wanna hug you and sniff your ear. Like he wanna whisper sweet nothings into it. And Petey only come because Petey want to do everything he does. All right, back to what I was saying. And with the whole thing with Zack Snyder, his daughter committed suicide. He had to take time off from the movie to get his mom right, and he lost his daughter. And they decided to fire him during that. Now, I'm not a fan of what he did with the series, but that's fucked up. That's what they did with Snyder and stuff. And it's 7:06. And how long I've been on for? Over an hour and a half. Jesus Christ. When I'm shooting and shit and I'm talking and chopping it up with all of you, time flies. But I'm about to wrap this one up so I can get me some dinner because it's past 7. Walk these dogs one more time. Yeah, but that's what they did. But this whole thing right now with the pandemic has made games and shipment much harder to get. So your boy bit the bullet. When I bought Resident Evil 3, I bought it digitally. And the good thing is that it's on my hard drive. So what I did the other day is pull my hard drive out when I was at my job. We sit around. We sit in a squad house. It's like it's like our ambulance squad volunteer that I work with. You sit there. We got big screen TV. We got food. We got refrigerator. We got Acme supermarket across the street. So my friend Dewan, one of the drivers, has his PS4 there. So I just plugged my hard drive in, logged in as a guest, and I was playing Resident Evil 3 on the big screen at work. So I can carry it, since it's on my external drive, I can carry it with me and play it and log in on a different one. You use the app. The app is dope for PS4. They would log in as guests, and then they tell you, oh, you want to log in someone as guest? Go to your PS4 app and you hit this and that, and then there's a scan bar, and I use the camera and I scan the code that shows up on the person's screen, the guest screen, and I scan it, boop, and it logs you in. It's dope. So That's the only reason I bought it, because I had to look it up and be like, can I play it on other people's thing? And I was like, okay. And you can. Now you can, because they did software updates a while ago, which allow you to play games on other systems with a hard drive as a guest. And I was like, perfect. You know, I commend Sony for doing that. See, I get credit where credit's due. That is a good thing to do. And it's crazy. Since this whole pandemic thing, I've been getting a lot more bites on dating profiles. I don't take the shit serious, but it's just funny when women can't go out and strut their ass around men. This is what they do. They go on these dating ones and actually act like they interested in you. Fuck out of here. Let me see. Yep. There we go. I'm just checking something. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yep. I'll be out there in less than 2 weeks. I'm waiting to get my start time, because April 24th is my last day with environmental services. You know? So I don't know what I'm going to do out there in Jersey City. I live in Jersey City, New Jersey. That's where I'm at right now. And I can tell you, the call volume is ridiculous here. And at least I know my 12 hours will probably go about fast as hell. I don't like days, especially 12 hours days that drag on forever. Because, you know, I work with my per diem job. I work a transport job. Sometimes you on the road so much, taking one person here, waiting with this patient, taking them from the hospital, transporting them to one facility, doing paper, like doing charts. Time goes by pretty good. But when you sitting there and you ain't got clients, oh my God. Hey, how you doing, Kid Organic? I'm good. I mean, I'm doing as best as I can, you know. I don't know if you heard me on my last stream, Organic, but I was just talking about I got a full-time EMS job I'm starting in a few weeks in my hometown right here. And our call volume in Jersey City is very high. It pays more than what I'm getting now. I mean, I'm not a rich man by any means, but in order to get there and actually start to invest and try to do things myself, I need a better job. A lot of people, we living right there. If not below that, we living right there. We straddling the fence. Thanks, man. Thanks. I mean, I'm just doing my best as I can. And I just was just talking about them, about you. You know, you. It's funny that you came by. I was talking about the whole pandemic video and how you was talking about how it's changed the face of dating, and you got women out there showing their stuff. And I could tell you, for a guy who has dating profiles that people don't really interact with me, or they try to send me messages, they see what I do for a living now, and then, or they see that they home and they bored and they can't be out here showing their stuff, strutting their stuff, getting the attention of men. They want to actually pay you some attention. And I guess maybe emergency medical technician, we're essential personnel. Hell, being a housekeeper like I am now is essential personnel. I can work. A lot of these women who had these anthropology degrees or these certain degrees, and they will walk around like they were hot shit, they can't do much. Thank you, man. Thank you. I try my best. Like, I try to be modest as I can to deserve things, but I'm essential personnel in something. It might not be the grandest job in the world, but the fact that I ain't waiting on $1,200 stimulus, as you know, as a means to get by. I need to get by. I got rent to pay. I got food to take care of. I got dogs to feed. Things of that nature. You know, car insurance, things of that. You know, and a lot of these women here, they don't got a pot to piss in, but they got a smartphone that they can pay this, that they will still pay the bill on, to get online and twerk, or try to hit you up. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, are you bored? This is why I don't take a lot of some newfound attention I'm getting on these profiles. I don't take it serious, because how are we gonna go out on a date right now? You think I'm gonna go to New York City? Where are we gonna go right now? Business is closed, social distancing. I'm somebody just to kill time with, just to converse with, right? Or you just planting seeds for when things go back the way they were. Like, give me a break. I'm not falling for it. A lot of them are out of work. A lot of them are. Now I don't get it. Like, you're not gonna see a lot of them say. I have one female on my Facebook that's actually home working out right now, and they're trying to lose weight. What is, like, they can be doing that, doing something productive with their time. I mean, truth be told, we all know that black women in obesity go like peanut butter and jelly, and that's not me hating. That's not me hating. It's a fact. Black women followed by Latinas are the heaviest women in America. There's a lot of fat white women too, but anyway, you could be home doing that. I mean, you got less money for food. Exercise a little bit more. Watch what you're eating. Something. I don't get it. Dates now consist of going to the park and hanging out. You said dates now consist of going to the park and hanging at home. I mean, the park down the street from me closed. Like, it's crazy. There's like, where you at again, blind man? You said there's a lot of fat people here. I swear. And I had a conversation. I was telling my friend about this earlier. I had this conversation on this female I work with. She's like, something gotta be wrong with you. You too picky and stuff. She was like, that's why you ain't got a girlfriend, no kids now. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, because I don't want to date a woman that's obese. I'm picky. She's like, but you're 41 years old and you can't. You're less likely to find somebody in shape your age. I'm like, that's a miserable fucking excuse. That is a bullshit excuse. That is bull crap. Bull. Like, what was that lady name that everybody was hating on? That had the Asian one with the 3 kids, Maria Kang. Oh, that's, how many feminists got mad at her when she had 3 kids and her 6-pack saying, what's your excuse in her picture? Like, I want to see black women like that. More black women doing that shit. That's what I want to see. And people are like, why are you pushing the issue? Won't you just date her? I'm like, because, she's a black woman. There's black women that I care more about. My own people. My own women. But it's funny how they will give you an excuse, but if let an influential white person tell them some shit they need to do with themselves, they're gonna do it. I mean, hell, for God's sakes, they all wearing Becky's hair in their head. I mean, come on now. But if a brother tell them, oh, come on now, you need to stop wearing all that weave. Oh. But if Joshua Jackson says, he makes Dr. Voodoo, like you call her, make beautiful. He make her feel beautiful and natural. She gonna give her she don't even got weave in her hair. But if a black man try to make a black woman feel beautiful for being natural and encourage it, somehow he's a fucking monster. Like, he's controlling her. You can't control her, you can't tell her what to do. Mr. Clean can. Right? That's just me. And you said there's a lot of women looking for men. I get hit up at grocery store all the time. Women are the new thirsties. Yeah, they are. Because it took a pandemic for a lot of women to realize just how their games don't mean shit in the grand scheme of the world, when the world has to go through a change. Who knows when things go back to normal? Somebody put up a meme, the world before coronavirus, and you see planes going by and high rises. You see like towers shooting out fumes into the airs. So is the airplanes. And they say the world after coronavirus and the trees are calm. I went to my park today. The park hasn't been maintained. It looked like to be in the apocalypse right now. That's what the park looked like. My dogs are gonna be into grass that's gonna be approaching their elbows. That's gonna be soon. It's patches of it. It's the world is fighting back. It's crazy. Like, if we can't be in places to maintain it and run our smog at the same time, who knows, man? But yeah, I mean, as for the whole thing with women, like, I'm not buying it. Let me see if I can show you certain things. Like, this is what Facebook dating look like. Then let me show you what Facebook look. It's too. You can't make this up. Let's go to here and let's go to like options here. I mean, come on, man. Now, for example, look at this. Look at all the tattoos. Look at that. No. X. No. Because you always gotta look here. Doesn't have children. Okay. She's nice looking, but I know white women. Boom. Next. Oh, spiritually is virtually more important. She's a teacher. She's from Ecuador. No, next. Look at it. My point is, I did not see women. I didn't see this much women on here ever. Like white, Asian, and Hispanic women. You don't see them on here a lot. You see a lot of fat black women on a lot of these profiles, but now because of the pandemic, everybody's on here. That's my whole thing. Yes, it is better to talk to them in person. I agree with that. And a lot of them don't know how to talk in person. A lot of them, they feel like we need to make a connection. I'm like, yeah, we can converse through the app, through the messenger, but we gotta meet. And this female was telling me like, she's like, why are you so picky and stuff? So you're gonna take a woman with a fat ass over another female because she looks a certain way? I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay more attention to her, but you gotta get to know these women. It's about character. That woman who got the fat ass and the nice perky breasts could be a fucking nut job. A lot of people don't get that. She's like, that's the case, won't you just date the other female then? I was like, the other female's obese. She doesn't love herself despite what you think. Okay? Because if Lizzo really loved herself, she would fucking lose weight. I ain't asking her to lose weight because I want to hit that. No. She's out of shape. She's obese. That's especially with COVID-19, that's you adding flames to the fire. COVID-19 is a knockout punch. If you got diabetes, you have heart conditions, you have respiratory conditions, you're more susceptible to a lot of things like that. You got congestive heart failure and COPD. You got places where fluid builds up, and let me tell you what Governor Cuomo in New York said. He's absolutely correct. If you are required to be on a ventilator, you have only a 20% chance of living. 80% of the people who require ventilators are going to die. And that's why New York numbers and New Jersey numbers are so high right now, because we right next to it. They fucking being next to New York City, a train ride away, has doomed this town and people working out of commuting back and forth. Yes, people are so fake online. You are absolutely right, Java Bean. They're so fake online. I know that. This is why I'm like, you know what? This is an uptick in attention that I'm getting, but if you weren't giving me this before the pandemic, I'm not buying it. It's like Earl Sweatshirt said, the rapper Earl Sweatshirt. How you doing? And what's your motive, ho? I only trust these bitches about as far as I can throw them. And I hate to have that perspective, but it's self-preservation, yo. Like I said, we constantly get our back kicked in. Men get our backs kicked in a lot over stuff that we can't help. And then when we do fix things we can't help, they still like who they like. How many women have given a throat to Pookie over a so-called educated lane? And I hate that expression. Some dudes do live up to the whole lane part because they the ones who whine and like, I have this set for myself and I have this. Why don't she like me? Fuck her. You got this set for yourself. keep doing you, and let the cards fall where they may, and let them come to you, and then you choose wisely when they do come to you. Do not try to do everything you're doing just to get them. No, just look. It's a nice bonus, but you don't have to smash everything that comes your way. You don't. And I recommend that you don't. Because some of them will work their charm on you, and then they will show you who they truly are once they get comfortable. A lot of women like letting themselves go. Once they feel like they got you committed to them, they be like, oh, I don't have to look good no more. It's like some of them just zip out of the good looking suit and just show you who they truly are. You know? And you said, you gotta meet people because they're so fake, yes. And you said women are organic. You said women are forced to stop being fake. Many women don't prepare for pandemics and emergencies. Yep, they don't. A lot of them don't. I want to see a lot of them. I see less selfies. Only the women who know how to do their makeup, and like I know they a lot of their weaves got to be in trouble right now, unless they got somebody to come to the house and fix it. I mean, giving about it now, unless you're gonna dredge your hair up, like in this type of age, like what are you gonna do? Like you're gonna have to learn how to take care of your natural hair. Truth be told, if you didn't start putting all that hair and that glue in your head, you would still have it. You see, I didn't know about this thing about wearing braids and how it can mess up your hairline and cause you to go bald. I didn't know about that. I would still have my hair. If that's the case, lesson learned. I'm a man. I could just shave my hair off. I don't care. And I feel like if women don't want to be faced with that reality, they need to take care of their natural hair better, especially black women. Yes. You need to take care of your natural hair better, because if you don't want to face the reality of having to rely on it, it's like Iron Man 2. You seen Iron Man 2. Remember, Tony Stark put the reactor in his chest, but the palladium, which is a substance, was poisoning his stream, but he needed the magnet to keep the shrapnel from going into his heart and killing him. So the very thing that was keeping him alive was slowly killing him. Like Jarvis said, with a woman's hair, the very thing that's keeping your hair, quote unquote, looking good is also destroying your hair. You know? And they buying it from Amazon. Who's putting it in for them, organic? That's the thing I would have added one question. They buying wigs, maybe, and a stocking cap. And you know what? Speaking of that shit, you know what I hate so much? Women who got a cap. They got the wig cap, the one that it's a short do, but it's a cap. And I'm like, really? Just you. I don't know. Some of the, like a lot of them, and even in the face of knowing that it's ruining their hair, they cannot stop their obsession, and they need to stop their obsession. Look at the sources of where the hair come. Our black women's source of beauty supply come from, and you talking about it like how Asian people. I'm sorry, but Chinese and Korean, I don't support. I stopped supporting Chinese businesses like food a long time ago when I stopped eating Chinese food. That shit's just not good for you. Because if I can go into a Chinese restaurant and I see you not eating the food that you cook for people to eat all day, and you're not touching that because you know it's crap, I'm looking at you like I'm side-eyeing you like, if they not eating it, I ain't eating it either. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to have to rely on, quick weave. But let's talk about the fact that they have strong-armed the beauty supply industry in America. And if you are a black beauty supply store owner or a black beautician, they will not sell to you. They make it very difficult to sell to you. This is, and then of course, let a black female see that. Oh wow, they don't have this at this store, at the black store, or the black store don't have a lot of variety. Why do you think they don't have a lot of variety? That's by design, to keep you shopping at their store. But like you said, Organic, they be beating the living daylights out of the black woman if they even think you're stealing, or if you even show them disrespect. But that McDonald's shit in China, no, now I hear some people were starting to say something about that in China. I'm like, oh, after the world gave you enough backlash. It's sad enough that you're already in Kenya building restaurants telling black people they're not allowed there in a country that you stepped foot in. Oh, why? Because now that you feel like that country, you gave this country money, now you can put your foot in. Like, that's the thing about Africa that I want people to understand. I know by genealogy where I have ancestry that comes from. I get it. I get it as a black person. But when these people come over here and they act like they're so better and they're so cultured, I'm like, why are you not home stopping Germany, the Jews, the English, the French, and now the Asians for putting a foot in your country and taking over areas? Okay? We have a lot of half Asian Africans being born right now. Okay? We have a lot of biracial Africans right now. Look at Jadena. I'm a classic, man. He half Nigerian. His mother's white. Sade's mother white. You know, Nigerians, they love white women and white men too. So yeah. But you telling me I don't have a? You telling me I'm uncultured because I'm American? Who's benefiting off of that? Look at Media Takeout. Media Takeout, ran by Fred Osamungo, whatever his name is, an African. And it's nothing but rumors and lies and shit like that. Look at people like Chrissy. Chrissy isn't, what's she, West Indian or some shit? Exactly. She's pushing this divide, this drama of colorism. I'm sorry, look. Jodie Turner-Smith is just not that attractive. It ain't because she got dark skin. It's because she's just not that attractive. It ain't the dark skin. I mean, but look at Denai Guerrero, who plays Michonne, and I think she's an attractive woman, even though she's a bad wench, but she's attractive. Okay? She's attractive. Jodie Turner-Smith, you're not attractive. You got nothing to do with your skin color, lady. Okay? You're just not that attractive. You know? You're an entertainer for the culture clash area. That's pretty much what it is. If she has a homegirl that does, yeah, that's all she has to do. Order it from Amazon. You are right. But yeah, it's a lot of people understand. Like, it ain't because I prefer biracials or light skinned women. No, I actually don't care too much about a woman having a lighter complexion. Because I'm confident that she's a black woman, I'm a black man, we gonna have a black child. That's what I'm confident about. But no, I'm not the one out here making, oh my God, I want my baby to have colored eyes and good hair. I don't care about that. I care about, what about a healthy born child? Okay, a healthy born black child. Whatever happened to that? You know? A lot of our women want these phenotypes. This is why Paris Milan talks about phenotypes all the time. I remember she put up a picture a long time ago of Wentworth Miller, who's biracial, but his phenotype, he looks more white. This is what I'm talking about. And Jennifer Bills from Flashdance, and she was in Swamp Thing recently, who is a biracial woman who looks more white. I don't care about that. Like, I don't care about phenotypes. Look at Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore is biracial. Do he look biracial? No. I wouldn't have known. I didn't even know I didn't even know Jennifer Bills and Wentworth Miller were biracial until they said they were. I just was like, oh, that, the dude from Prison Break, that's her, or the woman from Flashdance, the movie I used to like when I was a kid, the pretty one. Did not know. I just thought she was just another white girl that that she was a pretty girl. She had the curly hair and the curly brown hair. Did not know she was biracial. Whoop-de-doo. But people like that gotta bring that up. And I'm like, are you that insecure on your own skin? Are you? And a lot of them are. Yeah, she is. Alicia Keys is that I knew. You know, I knew that for a while. I knew her father's black and her mother's what, Italian or something like that, or Irish Italian, one or the other. Yeah, I knew that. Like people were talking lately earlier about that whole thing with Boris Kodjoe. Like somebody left a comment because Nicole Ari Parker and Boris Kodjoe and stuff. You know, he's Ghanaian, but his mother is German, so he's biracial. Nicole Ari Parker is biracial herself, and somebody was like, "Well, this is what happens when you marry a biracial woman. You know, should have got you a black queen." I was like, Boris Kodjoe is biracial, you idiot. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm not worried about that. Then look at Kendrick Lamar. People were mad at him because his girlfriend is light skinned. The girl that he's been with since high school, his wife, because of her skin tone. But he said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice on his album. I was like, yeah, look, she's a light skinned black woman. I'm sorry. Oh, you think because he said that in the song? That's an old school expression. Nobody cares about who loves who. Like, they don't care about black love. They care about your complexion. Oh, he chose her because she light skinned. I'm like, oh my God. There had to be some cockeyed dark skinned woman making dark skinned women look bad. It had to be. Because I don't care about that. I'm like, I don't care if you're my complexion. I don't care if you're lighter than me. I don't care if you're much darker than me. Do you look good? Do you smell good? Do you have a good character? That's important. Character is fucking important, man. You people, a lot of women don't know, like, a lot of guys are with women who just look the part and aren't the part. They can't cook worth a damn. They couldn't even cook a pack of ramen noodles. Which I don't need a woman to cook, but it's just the gesture that counts. Because I'm not gonna be home to cook for the kids all the time. Somebody, both of us need to. Somebody. I don't need a woman. I cook right now for myself. Yes, you're right. I mean, I gotta say, let me see. Let me read that. It was crazy. I have cousins who look Puerto Rican, but their parents are dark skinned and brown. Black people come in all shades. Yes. If I show you my father who's dark skinned, my mother who's on the lighter side, like she's a few shades lighter than me, you would see why I came out this complexion. You understand? My father's dark skinned, my mother's not dark skinned. Okay? And then I've seen my friend Mandy, who is my complexion, and her husband, who's my complexion as well, have a light-skinned son. Like, come on now. It happens like that. You know? It happens like that. I don't know. It just happens like that. Like, my friend John's father had light eyes. He ended up with light eyes too, but John has 2 black parents. Okay? And then his wife is Jamaican, and their children came out. Their children are like dog. They like my complexion, but the daughter has the color eyes. The son doesn't. Like, it's just genetics. Like, it's different. But like you were saying, organic. Even though I don't like what the Chinese are doing, a lot of blacks were doing. Yeah, we did. We did. We did. Like, a lot of us did. And when it comes collectively, yeah, I'm like, yo. But I had a familiar experience growing up as a kid. I had one time I went to buy something at a store, a couple before, like 2 blocks away from me, and I put my quarter down, and the woman still accused me of the Asian woman still accused me of stealing and told me to get out. I wasted my money even though I paid for something. She accused me of it and kicked me out of the store. And that sat in my brain for years. That's why I'm able to recall that. And then I saw all these movies making fun of you buy now, get out. I was like, all right, I see how you are. Fuck you, I ain't going in your store. Now, it used to be a corner store right here on my block, C&J Grocery, black owned. Used to go there all the time, but they closed down. There's no black corner stores nowhere around. So of course I'm gonna fuck with the Dominicans because of proximity. Proximity. That's why. Not because I to put this business over that. There's not black businesses immediately around me for the support that have a convenience store, a grocery store. There used to be a Sweet Spot that used to be a couple blocks away, but that's blocks away. I'm not getting my car to drive and buy a bag of fucking potato chips, some kettle cooked chips. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. It's all about proximity. But if I'm not fucking with that, I'm not fucking with Chinese food for a reason, for health reasons, because I don't trust a lot of the way they cook their food and what they put in their food or the animal that they use. That's why a lot of people are like, oh, I just buy the chicken wings and the rice. I'm like, I could do the chicken wings and rice myself. Or I'm trying to stay away from fried chicken. Like, with this whole pandemic, I can tell you my diet's gotten much better. Now that I can go to the supermarket, I can go. I'm an essential personnel. I'm an EMT in the environmental services. I can go in front of. I got more carte blanche to supermarkets than other places do. If there was a line right now, I can go to the front of the line and go in there and get my food because I'm an essential personnel. I got this fucking patch on my arm. But do I do that? No. The Acme supermarket next to my volunteer squad is not that busy. I can walk in any time without a line out there because most people in Hoboken listen. They carry social they are following social distancing. So the Acme, they only come in, they still buying all the toilet tissue and whatnot, which is stupid. But anyway, I got enough here. Yeah, my friend John is black. He's a light skinned guy, so that kind of factors in why he got chosen by the Jamaican woman, because he's light skinned. I'm just saying. And some Jamaican women like black men, but a lot of them, you gotta be light skinned. He said both of my parents are brown skinned. I'm completely light skinned. I'm often mistaken for what? It happens like that. It's because of genealogy and shit going back hundreds of years with slaves and shit. Some genes are dominant, some are recessive, and sometimes they find a dominant host when it comes to passage through. Hell, you never know. If I give my child let's say for example, I have a child that's with a woman that's the same complexion as me. The child might come out darker. I might be like, all right, we getting a DNA test, but you get it. It can happen. And you said I eat Chinese food, but now I'm going to boycott it too. I'm a great boycotter. Yeah, man. It's just I stopped eating a long time ago because I've seen the pictures of them, like women catching pigeons in New York who own Chinese restaurants, and me like, you know what? I don't eat the pork spare ribs, but I saw my friend with them. I was like, those ribs look a little bit too tiny to be that of a pig. What is that? Piglet? Cat? What the fuck? And then no, I'm good. And seeing videos of them, pictures of them cooking rats and shit and making it look like boneless chicken thigh. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm good, man. If you know, you know. That's Pusha T. If you know, you know. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Drake hasn't recovered from that. His pride still hurt from the Pusha T beef. Pusha T, basically people, oh my god. I know I'm veering off the subject, but real quick, Pusha T and Story Added On did not have to go into a lyrical thing. He set up the character to show you that you talk about your father being a deadbeat, which is a lie, but you turn out you were a deadbeat too until you got exposed. And they implement social credit and shit. AI monitoring people on every block. Well, that's communist. It's communist China, man. It's gonna happen sooner or later. I mean, look at Korea. Look at North Korea? Is it North Korea the free part? South Korea? I forget. Kim Jong-un, one of them. Your social credit determines if police fuck with you or not. So a guy can get away with murder as long as he has a social standing that's higher. That makes no sense. But yeah, I don't know, man. That whole thing at McDonald's, that shit is bullcrap. Yeah, it's North Korea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's communist. Like, communism. That's how it is now. Let me say, yes, that's the type of flaws that could manifest. Yeah, the rich have been doing that for years, man. But now, China's gonna, I don't know. It's ridiculous with this whole situation. But the way they treat it, I'm like, come on now. They're being forced out of their homes in China, the citizens and the African citizens and immigrants. And you know what really rubbed me the wrong way? Of a commercial years ago where it was the Chinese woman with a black man and she pushed him into the laundry, into the washing machine, and he came out white Asian. I was like, oh no, fuck that. Nah. And you want to talk about it? Asia has a problem with colorism. We talking about black people want to talk about us. That's colorism is the excuse that a lot of black women use when they know they're they're cosmetically challenged and they want something to blame the fact that they don't want to compete on. But colorism is a big issue in Asia, and that's especially India and China, Hong Kong, and places like that. They skin bleach like a motherfucker. Like, that stuff is dangerous to them. And we got it growing in Africa as well, but yes. You remember that commercial. You do remember that commercial. But they have a skin bleaching issue in Asia. And India has a problem with rape in general. But no, go ahead. Black women, the moment there's a black man in news that did some unsavory shit. See, this is the problem out here. We the least protected, the most disrespected. No. Go look at a JB Gunner video. JB Gunner racist ass be disrespecting y'all all the time, talking about how easy you guys are because y'all so think we gonna do better for y'all. No, we gonna hit it and quit it. JB Gunner racist ass said that shit numerous times, but no, go ahead, keep kissing up to him. But anyway, colorism's a big. I got it from someplace else too, cause it is cosmetically challenged. A lot of look at Chrissy, man. I seen that picture. I think you posted a long time ago. She ain't a pretty woman. Like I said earlier, Jodie Turner-Smith ain't a pretty woman. She's not. Look at what's the chick, the black woman from that Ghostbusters shitty reboot, Leslie Jones. She ain't a pretty woman, but at least she jokes about it. She's like, I know I got strong Negro features. I know, I'm on a slave thing. She it's the truth. Some women will be like Leslie Jones and still think they are dime piece. A lot of them still think that. And then they want to blame it. No, that woman's just prettier than you. You could take that pretty light-skinned girl and you can add some shades of complexion to her, and she still look better than you. She still looks better than you. You say Leslie's even a man's name. No, I think Leslie's a woman name. Like, I've seen men with a name. Like, I know the dude from the Naked Gun name is Leslie. But hell, even Freeway got made fun of. Freeway, that whining, the nigga with the whining voice from Rockefeller. With the arm and hammer. He's on dialysis, right? But anyway, his real name is Leslie Pritchard. Al Sharpton is a fraud. He's a charlatan who got gastric bypass surgery, and he out here looking skinny and ashy as hell. And Al Sharpton ain't gonna say nothing unless the money's right and the camera's on. He's always been that way. Always been that way. Him and Jesse Jackson. He's always been that way. He's a fraud. And guess who else is a fraud? Dr. Umar Johnson. He is. I'm surprised it took a pandemic for more people to pay attention to what these guys were saying than him doing these live stream videos and getting mad at people for not donating to him. And then what did he do that was very suspicious and very telling? when LeBron opened that school, see, LeBron getting this school sponsored. There's other people. LeBron ain't putting. You try to discredit LeBron's effort because you know you are a fucking fraud, right? Right? You get it? He has been a fraud. And then what we was talking about before, I think I did a video a long time ago. And you came and did an even better video, was about how Tariq Nasheed wasted donators' money to do Crispy Biscuits video just to make fun of a dark skinned man. So colorism, we got niggas who into that. How you gonna be talking about white supremacy, but yet you making fun of a black man's complexion? But you talking about white supremacy and hating colors and shit like that. But oh, he a crispy nigga. He this, that, and that. But you see, this is my problem. This is my problem. It's okay to do it to one another, but you want to make it, oh, it's a racial conspiracy when he's making, no. What's good for the goose gotta be good for the gander. You said Umar took more money from them hoes and simps. And then he was messing with, Ayo, he was messing with fucking, what, the conscious stripper? The conscious stripper, really? And you're right, that is pro-wax for you. You know, we got people like Nyla Says, Taz, what you call her? You retired Juana Man for Claude the Glide. And I showed my boy Demetrius, who's subscribed to you also. I showed him a picture of Claude Drexler. He knows shit that does look like. Because he said she like Nick Van Axel. I was like, yeah, kind of, but you gotta look at Claude Drexler. That looks more like him. She do kind of got Nick Van Axel features to her and stuff. Give me 1 second. I gotta get me a snack. You know, I'm gonna run a little bit longer now that I got more people to talk to. Give me 1 second. My dog over here snoring. Got my Snickers bar. Okay. I'm back. I have this new mic that has it can pick up from a long range. I had to get my Vickies. These are, I believe these are kettle cooked chips. Vickies is a good brand. The bag is green, so let me see. I can show you that from this scene. It's a green bag. See, the green and green. That's why you always see why it always matches. It does that. So let me go back to open talk. All right. Yeah, see, you do see the Nick Van Axel likeness. All right, so he's a kettle cooked jalapeno. Excuse me. I need a snack. I was gonna get me dinner, but I'll wait a little bit longer too after this stream's over. Now my dog wants some. Go, Petey. No, go. Go back. Go back. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good dog. Wow, this jalapeno got a little bit of kick to it. I was thinking of actually doing trying that Pocky one chip, but I don't want to die. Yeah, she do look, yeah. And the thing is that everybody always brings up Cynthia's sister and her biracial nieces and nephews and stuff, but I wonder why she never took. She dances around and she doesn't talk about it because she knows she's full of shit. This is the problem I have with a lot of women who cry about stuff like that with colorism and stuff. I see colorism as nothing but the cry for white validation. You want to be. See, the thing with women, a lot of women want to be the sexiest, baddest chick to all men out there. And for women who complain about adhering to a beauty standard, they sure want those men. If you didn't adhere to their beauty standard, why are you going after and you want to be desired so much by white men? If that's the case, if you're saying black men need to stop judging black women's weight by European standards, I'm like, no, I'm judging by health standards. Get your old hippopotamus muck sprinting ass out of here, talking that shit. Hypocrites, man. Just nothing but hypocrites. Nothing but hypocrites. And I'm right. So, do as I say, not as I do. That's how black women come across. So they Say no. See, dating a woman outside your race means you weak, you shit, you this, you hate your mama, blah 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 blah, yakety smackety. But it's leveling up when they do it, right? Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm supposed to run to you with open arms when you think that way. I'm supposed to crash to a fucking ceiling like a superhero and save you when you getting your ass beat by Pookie. No. Hold your own nuts on that one. I'm sorry. I'm not. Then the hypocrites. I watched part 1 and part 2 of that video I watched the part 2 on FS Avenger. And I really like your uncut when you have uncut energy. I like that. Like, I really do. I like how you know how to work YouTube and you know how to work FS Avenger. Me, I know I'm a little smaller channel. Sometimes I just don't give a shit. I try sometimes, but sometimes I just don't. I'm so sorry. I remember when I first became aware of your content, and I remember like just before your videos got flagged, you were showing the ghetto gaggers in all detail. You were showing chicks with their face painted, chicks throwing up on dudes. I remember this before YouTube cracked the whip on material and the content. You know, I do remember that. I remember the ghetto gagger videos. Do you have those archived anywhere, or remember the video that they flagged, the whole white girl secret society that a lot of white men and black women hated, the one when you talking about how there's white women out there who are breeding and having choosing black men, and you know how I know they mad about that. I've seen a lot of these content creators, a lot of these white men getting mad about if she goes with a black man, I ain't messing with her ever again. You know, like they feel like they, you know, by a stereotypical means. I'm like, I've been watching too much black.com. So I ain't going, you know, and they was actually showing like screenshots of that, like of the women posing for. I'm like, wow, their insecurity shows sometimes, man. Shows. You have that white girl. See that one there. I've never got a chance to fully watch that video because they got flagged down. That was a classic one. I've been trying to find that video. If you can find it and you put it on FS Avenger, I would love to see that because it proves the point. It proves the point that they call it leveling up when they looking for Mr. Clean, but us, it's a level down. And me and my friend talk about this all the time. If you look at a white man as a level up, you can't look at his woman as a level down to black man. It just doesn't work that way. That woman, the birth of that white man that you put on that pedestal is the progeny of that white woman. And that there's no way of getting it. It's the progeny of that white man and that white woman. So you're a hypocrite. That's just plain and simple. We keep saying it. That's what it comes down to. That's just what it comes down to. You're a hypocrite. You can't be like, okay, his woman, you got you, and black women got this, and black women got so much more to offer you. Then I'm like, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. This is what I don't get, man. This is what I don't get. A lot of them see it like that, and I've never, at work, if I have issues with, like, the only women who ever fight me tooth and nail about weight and character and all this other stuff is black and Latino women. You'll see the Asian women trying to, you know, they know a lot of them know that they overweight and stuff. A lot of the white women know what being overweight is. They not delusional. A lot of sisters are delusional when it comes to the weight thing. A lot of, I'm thick. I'm sorry. I might not agree with everything that Sharp says, Donovan, but he likes his woman a certain weight. And if his and hey, how you doing, heart donor? He likes his woman a certain weight. And he said this one thing. If she doesn't want to be that type of woman, she would have left a long time ago. Because he said, you know, he got a gym. He got those. I was looking at his live stream earlier. He has a point there. You know, you might not agree with a lot of people, what they say. Like, I don't agree with everything O'Shea says. I don't agree with everything Donovan Sharp say, but they make valid points because they're in two different sides of the spectrum. You get what I'm saying? Like, Donovan appeals more caters to manosphere in general, aka white folks, whereas O'Shea, I don't know. It appeals to more black people, black men and stuff. Jada Black appeals to black men. This black, so you want to hear this overall perspective. But Donovan Sharp said it, that his woman's appearance is important to him. Her health is important to him. He felt like she fluctuated in the 120s and she was like over that, and he was like, I ain't giving you none. I mean, if she could have told him to kick rocks, but guess what she did? She's a white woman. Guess what she did? She got her ass in fucking shape. She got her ass in shape for him. She still did the part for him because she cares about her parents. If she wanted to go elsewhere, she would have went elsewhere. She would have bounced. Black women, on the other hand, will bounce. A lot of them will not fuck with me. A lot of black women will not fuck with me because I don't date and I don't desire to date obese women. Yeah, you can have a little bit of extra weight, but when you like walk around saying you thick and you 5'2" and you 180 pounds, you're not thick. You're not. You know, I watched Sharp destroy this female, I forgot her name, something Joy Isabel, something like that, because she was mad at his video about him talking about her weight, about his girlfriend's weight. And I saw the video, her intro, you can see that she says she's 5'2", she weighs 130 pounds. That's bullshit. She weighs about 150, this female. So, well, 140 maybe, 139, one of those. Anyway, the thing is that given COVID right now, obesity is obesity, and like I said earlier, that shit, one hand rubs the other. You know, if you got heart issues, you got all this other stuff. I get it. Yeah, Sharp is cool. I start realizing, even though I don't agree with, there's nobody, you don't agree with everybody. Everybody, we don't see eye to eye. Now, like I was saying earlier, when it comes to, before you came, when it comes to gaming, a lot of people don't see eye to eye on what they like or what they consider a good game. But you see some validity in certain things. And Sharp and O'Shea hit on different things that I see validity in. I don't match up 100%, but that's humanity. That's why I think groups of people who come together, who share common interests but not completely a hive mind, they the ones who can make a lot of change. Because what one doesn't see, another can enlighten him to see and make that one realize, you know what, you might have a point there, and vice versa. A lot of people don't see it like that. I'm sorry, I forgot how crunchy kettle chips are and how much chewing they require. I apologize. I just needed something in the system. So he said that his woman, Devin, I've seen, he actually go to his IG and I've seen like he put up a picture of her from the waist down in a thong. I was like, damn. That's what he got her working on. He's attracted to her body. He wants to keep her that way as long as possible. She wants to be that way as long as possible. Because, like I was saying earlier, and he said it too, what I do agree on, a lot of females feel like once they got you, they just let themselves go. They do. This is why, and they be like, I'm like, this is why I care a lot about a woman's appearance, not for health reasons, and just for that too. You like, what if I say that I got you now? Now I'm gonna just go and get a beer gut, and I'm just gonna do drugs and bring home the package to you because I was shooting up in the needle. What if I do some shit like that? No. Like, this is why our numbers are going the way they are on COVID, because a lot of us around here don't take shit serious. We don't. We really don't. My coworker, well, she work in another department. She's elderly. Her husband died yesterday. Or today, one of them, because of COVID. Because he had long-term health issues and COVID just finished him off. A former worker who worked upstairs from me, she died of COVID recently too. And these, it's a lot of them around here don't listen. Viola Richardson, who is a politician in Jersey City, died of COVID. Okay? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Powell? Yeah, so a few people, it's affecting people here. It is. And let me see, mental health is important. Definitely. And if a woman or male, depending on who watching this, if you see that somebody has like issues with them, this is why we gotta vet better with who we choose. A lot of guys were like, yo, she crazy as fuck, but she got a fat ass and she suck a mean dick. And that's enough. And a lot of females be like, damn, yo, he look good, but this motherfucker's a criminal. He a thug. And women, I'm telling you, this is why the high list of things they give us don't mean shit. Guys that they aren't really attracted to, they make you jump through hoops of fire. But if you look a certain way, they don't give a fuck what you make. You can make nothing. If you breaking them off, you giving them that D the way they want it, and you there to give them that D whenever they need it, they can give a fuck about what you make. They can give a fuck about that. As long as you look a certain way and you dick them down the right way. That's how a lot of black women think. That's how a lot of them are. That's why a lot of them end up having, that's why a lot of them end up being single mothers. Crazy females with banging body only go for sex, not relationships. Exactly. They don't get that. This is why a lot of these IG women don't know no other way. They don't know no other way. A lot of them don't realize. A lot of them learn how to capitalize off of it because they realize they ain't gonna never get married. Some of them just like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this as long as I can before that wall comes. Some of them believe the wall is a myth. On the other hand, we know better. I, on the other hand, know better that the war exists. I know that we all age, we all get older. I'm not asking you to be some beacon of perfection as a female, but the fact that you don't give a shit because you feel like you could just find any dude that'll run up in you, that's another factor we have to worry about also with our females. A lot of them don't see the benefits of staying healthy. All they care about, I don't want to do that. That's too much work. We're in the surgery age. Remember all the days back in the days when black women were like, oh, we got the thickest asses, we got the nice bodies. I'm seeing far and less of that. Now seeing women going under the knife. They've gotten lazy, and because they've passed on bad genetics from having poor diets, they've passed on bad genetics to their children. Now we got girls coming out, and I mean, like, they being grown with fast food. Their legs are rubbing together because they so big. They fucking built like file cabinets with feet. They're like a human Abrams tank. And a lot of them feel like they want to go with surgery. And I'm like, that surgery ain't gonna, that's gonna last as long as it can. And that's not going to be long because you're not mentally ready up here to make change. If you're ready up here to make that change, you can start losing that weight yourself. Unless you have a condition that you need a gastric bypass or something of that nature. But you still have to change up here, because if you put that band on your stomach and you're not ready, that shit gonna tear. And you're gonna be right where you left off again. And you say, let me see, let me read the status. It says, crazy females with a banging body on the go. Yeah, I read that. You definitely right. I gotta say that again. And you say you stopped eating. Yeah, I got the munchies. I got the Miss Vicky's kettle cooked chips. I forgot I got these for free. You know, they've been giving free food to the hospital workers and snacks because a lot of businesses are closed, and then a lot of them are showing their appreciation by giving us this stuff before it goes bad. Which I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it as long as it ain't nothing crazy. Chips. Oh yeah, they kettle cooked. Definitely. We said so many women are intimidated by me now. Yep. Since he's getting himself in good shape. Me, I'm naturally thin. I keep myself in as best shape as I possibly can given my time schedule. And the thing is that a lot of them don't want to meet men. They shame your language. They shame your rhetoric because they can't match it. They know you're not asking for anything that's out of whack. You're not asking for the world. You're not asking for something impossible. Like I said, like Sharp said earlier in his live stream, you can't control the height you meant to be. You can't control your hair loss, really. We could try with Rogaine and stuff, but you putting plugs in your hair. And you can't help what you endow with. All that you can do, like naturally you can't help whatever. Of course, surgery can change hair plugs and whatever. If you want to go with that, you can. Good luck. The thing is, you women can help. Women and men, we know we can help with our diets. Diet is like, when you want to lose weight, diet is about most of the progress. If you eating well, exercising is just going to speed your metabolism up. So you start burning off much quicker, whereas the healthy food is good because that's getting rid of the fat. You turn your body into a fat furnace, and then you, on top of that, you're eating foods with less fat and grease. You're going into a caloric minus already, meaning that you nourishing your body, but you are not nourishing it with the things that you know your life is not sedimentary no more because you being active, and on top of that, you eating good. That's the 1-2 punch that starts the weight loss. But he said, I wish I could stick to. Yeah, you can. You can definitely drop a bean and stick with a pattern. You choose something that's comfortable to you, and diet is most of it. Like diet is most of. Yeah, I've heard of Rollo Tomasi. I've never listened to his material, but he mentioned him by name today. Rollo Tomasi. He watched LA Confidential. If you ever watched that movie, that's where the name Rollo Tomasi come from. Watch that movie and you get it. And they be like, who's Rollo Tomasi? He's like, oh, that's the name I gave to the guy who killed, he said, I just gave him, and we never knew who he was. He's the guy who got away with it. I just gave him the name Rollo Tomasi. You know? Look, this whole bag is 200 calories, okay? And it has 11 grams of fat. It has 1.5 gram of saturated fat. Okay? So I don't feel that bad about eating these at all. He said, quick question, what is your opinion on Cloud 25 Love? Oh, with Kim 123? It's right up her alley. It's right up her alley. You know, Powell, he shows me a lot of screen grabs and everything. And stuff infuriates me, but because it's annoying. But it's not like it's infuriating me because I'm so shocked and I'm like, oh my God, why is this happening? No, it's just to the fact that just keeps happening. Well, it doesn't surprise me anymore that she did one with that. The same woman who said, "Oh, this Hispanic man looks sexy," is using a a guy who's obsessed with black man's dick, because he is. Nobody even mention that, and you gotta listen to Mr. BBC. This then I was like, you watch a little bit too much black. You do. You watch too much BBC porn, y'all. There's no way. I'm like, when if I was like, oh, Mr. Pink, no, like, come on now. And he said, but remember that bitch Jackie? She used to have conversations with Kim. Yeah, exactly. A lot of these women, like, how you use that man, and like, we don't care. Like, for a lot of us, we don't, because apparently we already know the secret's out on Mexicans, man. The men, they out there buying black pussy up off the street right now, and they probably getting that COVID cooch, but they don't like when their daughter comes over to Tyrone's house. They another one that says they Kim 123 and Cynthia G deserve each other. They are both hypocrites. Because we know damn well, and then we know damn well that they both, you know, she looking at Latino men and white men, and he on the low of fucking with black women. But then he was trying to go at Bird Martinez, the little ratchet Latina and stuff, the Chicano. He was trying to go after her. I mean, he was going after her like, oh, you not this, you that. And she said, look, you need some pussy, boy. That's what you need. She said pretty much to him. And I feel that she's valid. Yep. Yeah, I remember, I gotta see that video. You did a video, and you said you heard, they didn't show it, but you could hear them in the action. You can hear them in shit. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, hell, I'm be honest with you. I've been Dominican women have been coming after me too. I mean, hell, there's a few of them at my job right now. Some that are like my complexion or darker, and some of them be looking at me and be talking to me and stuff like that. Like, oh, you don't have any kids? Oh, my goodness, and stuff. Like, you can tell a Dominican woman fresh from Dominican, their accent is a certain way. But this ain't the first place. The first time I heard of black men in different parts of the United States, of Mexican men buying black trim. They like our women and stuff. I mean, hell, why you think Miguel here, the singer? Miguel's father's Mexican, his mother's black. Enough said. Okay. He ain't the first mix like that with a Mexican father. He's not. He's not. It happens a lot, but they don't like when their daughters do that. I'm like, the fuck? Are you serious? You was telling me the story about when your ex-girlfriend used to come there all the time, and you said that even the father had to say, like, you know what? You come over there and like the fact that you still did it, like you ain't give a shit what they thought. You said when it's Dominican women never ever support Kim, you never see Hispanic women in Kim's comment. No, it be him arguing with himself in the comment section. It be him arguing with himself. I remember the video when I forgot which one it was. I think you did a video a long time ago on the old channel where you did the video where the guy found out that his girlfriend, who's a college student, got the number from the African dude, and then Mexican was like, yo, why you had to be black? I think that video, I got into an argument with Kim in that, like in the comment section, one of his troll accounts. I even brought up the fact that a lot of his women look like Danny Trejo, and he said, "Well, your women don't look. A lot of them don't look like good either." I was like, "I agree with you. Your point. A lot of your women look like Danny Trejo. Fuck out of here." Yeah. Yeah, Burr Martinez. I mentioned her earlier. I'm sorry, a lot of them look like Danny. like Danny Trejo. They short, got like the box body to them, very plainly looking. I was like, yeah. Y'all forget Salma Hayek is half Lebanese. That's why she look good. Okay, and the other Mexican women, they got more white in them. But I'm talking about as for indigenous Mexican, no. They're built like deep freezers. And they all like maybe barely 5 feet tall. For the most part, the most of them. We can say I met a lot of women got issues with weight and shit. But let's be realistic here. I don't see that man who's buying trim on Figueroa. I don't see him kicking down the door to be with that woman. He might be married to and have kids with her, but he ain't. They leave their kids too. That's what Berg brought that up too, because Kim was trying to actually say, oh, you know, these guys here, they leave their women. She's like, Hispanic men do that too. She said that about her own mother. Her own mother was trying to say that about black men. And she's like, our men do that shit too. You know, a lot of people like to vilify us for shit that they do. That's just how they look at the whole COVID situation right now, trying to make us the face of that virus. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, I remember that tree, and you put pictures of that. I saw that on Google, that picture of them hanging over the tree by the coyotes and by the cartel. They picked the young ones, and remember what El Chapo said about young girls too. I remember I heard it from the Powell, Negroless Powell. He put me onto that expression too about El Chapo a long time ago. But guys, just in case you didn't know, what he's mentioned, Organics mentioning, is the whole aspect of there are rape trees down on the border. This is what the coyotes and cartels do. They choose the youngest ones, they choose the prettiest ones or whatever. They rape them, throw their underwear over the tree. This is how they smuggle them into America. They have to pay the price with their body. And it ain't just Mexican women, it's the women who go through Mexico. The Guatemalans and the other ones from down there in South America. As long as you're going through there, they choosing you and they doing this shit to you. They feel so. If you want to get in America that bad, this is what they do. Hell, they might even do it in front of their husbands if they together. That's how much zero fucks given. And then you said you've seen a lot of the videos of young brothers knocking Mexicans. Yes, in Long Beach. I've seen that, AO. That's what they do. Is pictures of it on Google. Let me see. I don't want to show it too long because I don't want to. Well, this is gonna flag this video for inappropriate. Let's see something. Let's go to green screen browser. Let's go to properties. Let's go to Google. Oh shit! I put 2 G's in there and shit. This is what he's talking about. He don't even be the husband, don't even be the father of them. Here we go. Right here. Huh? Right here. Right here. Right here. Then they kill you. Yep. Right here. Those 3 right there. Look. Right here. Look at this. Like that. Just like that. Rest my... Yep. The moment I heard you mention this before, way back when you did the video, is like when I was like, you know what, I looked it up and like, oh shit. He ain't lying. You see that? Exactly. That's exactly what he's talking about. That is exactly what he's talking about. Exactly. But they be making it sound like you have an isolated incident. Maybe have a real monstrous black man who did something very, very heinous to his girlfriend's child, and they want to label all of us like that. And I'm not excusing what that man did, but we find out most of the time a lot of these women know just how much of a scumbag he is. But because, like I said, the dick is good, she gonna put up with her daughter getting touched. Yep. Exactly. It would be non-stop videos. They grasping for straws right now. Look at the whole Jeezy and Jeannie Mai situation. We even had Mr. Fantastic talking about, oh, she's not all that. I'm sorry. I give credit where credit due. I've seen Jeannie Mai without makeup. The woman is 40, going on 41. She puts a lot of women to shame. And I'm like, y'all hating on him because he did, and there's a lot of hating ass Negroes too. He did something that you guys wish you could do. He got him a banging non-black female. A lot of dudes be on this, they be online talking this pro-black shit, but they wish they can swirl like with the rest of them. Yeah, Kid Organic, blonde man. Kid Organic did a video a while ago about this black teenage girl telling her mother about her boyfriend and when he came in the room touched me. See, you always making up these fucking lies. You always doing that. Oh, you always doing that. Why are you walking around with this kind of stuff? It was never his fault. It was her fault for her daughter wearing those little tight leggings and stuff. It was her daughter's fault. Well, she shouldn't be in the leggings anyway, but that don't mean anything. You know how many kids dress inappropriately? And I'm like, damn, that kid's wearing leggings. I'm gonna forsake my moral compass because of the leggings. No. And that's how I feel about that. Here's a video. He did one a while ago. You know, and there's a lot of women who know that, and a lot of them will be in denial. I remember this one about a year or two ago. It was this female. She was cosmetically challenged black woman. She was kind of cockeyed, church going guy. She met this Pookie who happened to be going to church and stuff. He was like skinny with cornrows. He looked like he was. I guess they got entangled. He was breaking her off properly. She was cosmetically challenged and overweight. And he murdered her child because I don't know, he just couldn't taking care of babysitting. He hurt the child, killed the child died of injuries. She still was defending him like, I don't know, something don't make sense about this and stuff. I'm like, she was on news saying that. I was like, the fuck? Yeah, we know that. If you listen to David Carroll, you'll understand. Like, everything I knew about that shit with church and stuff about the pastors, I'm good. Yeah, pussy eating pastors out here who's saying, cursing in the video, like, he's like, I love pussy. Yeah, that's the problem with you niggas down, this, that, and the fourth. And I'm like, this is a pastor. This is a pastor. And you eating out some pudgy black woman on video. You know she recorded. I don't do church either. I don't. I told my mom for various reasons. My mother's into church, but I was like, Mom, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I can't. And she was, she knows how the women are in the church. She knows that. I'm like, how can you? I'm like, you know what? I ain't saying you got to be non-religious, but come on now. Stay out of church. Yep. A lot of people don't. Where they at? Where the church is at right now with COVID? Nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I put the bag here, and you can see through the background. Ooh, no. Yeah, my grandmother and my aunt used to make me go. After a while, I didn't feel like going. I used to fall asleep in it all the time. I ain't gonna dress up in my Sunday fondness to sit inside a building and a man read a Bible, something that's sitting on my grandmother's counter. It made no sense. It made no sense to me. You know, religion, especially King James Bible and stuff, was used to control people. I mean, hell, look at wars going on right now. It's conflicts of one person's interpretation of a higher being versus another one, and a lot of this morality clause is thrown in between and stuff. And then, like, these women be following the Bible to the T. You sleeping with a married pastor, so you cherry picking out the Bible already. You already a sinner. You twerking Monday through Saturday. Also, Sunday's supposed to absolve you of that. Oh, I want to clean all the filth off me, so as I build more filth coming the rest of the week and wash, rinse, repeat every week. Come on now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I used to get mad at me too when I fell asleep at church, but I after a while I was just like, nah, I can't do this no more. I was good. I'm gonna go. I was like, I don't. Up, ambulance. Was it the ambulance or the police out there? Shakespeare wrote King James version. So all these assholes who judge someone for being gay and having sex before getting married, but they doing the same shit. Especially in the church, right? The church is the one. Oh, God's gonna put a cancer in your butthole. He's gonna sit as soon as you sit. You ain't see that pastor online, that black pastor talking about God's gonna put a cancer in your butthole. That's exactly. Yeah, God's gonna put a cancer in your butthole. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, you would be surprised how many people actually are hypocrites in church. Yes, look. There's a man who made gospel music named Kevin Terry, black man, well dressed and everything. Kevin Terry was exposed for being gay. He let his lover record him. He was recording Kevin Terry going no hands on him. Or throat, no hands. And Lil Mo was a friend of Kevin Terry. Lil Mo the singer, you know, Lil Mo was like, she's like, you know, low key, she's like, he did that shit. Hashtag no hands on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said the cancer in the butthole passed away. He passed away from butthole cancer? Get out of here. No. Oh, shit. For real? And he said people can't take their kids back to church where the kids won't. Oh, the Catholics can. Did you hear about the pastor who refused to close his church due to COVID-19? Now he's dead from the virus and his wife is fine. I'm not surprised. A lot of them are like that. Like, that tithe money is their lifeblood. They need that. They need to stay back, go back. They need that money. Yeah, turd jousters. That's what they call them. So, and you know what? You know, there's another group of filthy people when it comes to religion and culture. Jews. Man, I'm sorry. I'm saying they don't know what social distancing is. Did you see the video that boy coughed, the little boy, and protesting because they defying social distancing, and then that guy in Brooklyn was hoarding N95s, ventilators, and everything at his house, enough to supply a hospital. And when the FBI crashed in on him and took that, he coughed on them on purpose. That man, that Hasidic, a 43-year-old man. Like, I don't, and then I already don't have trust issues with them because they already scammed the system and they are allowed to get away with it. They commit multiple fraud to our system. This is why a lot of them choose to be lawyers, because they are only learning thoroughly how to circumvent the system. This is why a lot of them choose that. They knew to put the name of this and the wife's name and stuff so they can receive welfare. Meanwhile, the father is not going to be living there. They doing the shit that we get, the shit that they get on, that black men do. Yo, like, you know, he can't be in the house and this and that. They do that shit. They know how to work around that shit. They know how to work around it. They've been scamming and frauding this system for years. And then when you bring up something about them, they want to talk about the fucking Holocaust. And I'm like, yeah, the Holocaust, we get that. That happened like 80 years ago. Yeah, we know. We get that. But our people were beaten, killed, hung, foot chopped off, pulled from the country and stuff like that. But go ahead, tell me being put in the oven is much worse. Tell me, try to undermine our struggle, you know? So but here they are filthy people, filthy. Like hygiene wise, very filthy. And I ain't saying that on some hate stuff. That's from experience, working in the phone store and they coming in and they talking to you, looking at their teeth, looking at a lot of things and how they life and what they can't use and what products that they cannot use for hygiene. And I'm like, ew, no, I'm good. But I tell you one thing, they know how to hide their degenerates well. That's the thing about them. They care about image. They know. Us, we can't hide our degenerates. They like to emphasize our degenerates. The media likes to do that, but we all know it's everywhere. Every race. I'm not saying that excuse and that absolves black people of it, but come on, man. Focus on all of it. They can't do that. They can't. Like I said, they're trying to make us the face of COVID, even though a lot of us are doing this because a lot of us, like, because of health reasons, bring this on ourselves. And then we know, I think every black person should be taught about black health. I think black health is important because we have genetic differences that gives us disparities, sickle cell, hypertension, things of that nature. And we need to understand this and we need to educate our children so they can at least have the mental custody to want to or attempt to live a healthier life. You know, we hear a lot of black women say black don't crack, and I'm like, it expands and it does crack. It cracks from the inside. Okay, I don't give a damn about how good I might look for, you know, how I don't look my age and things like that. If I'm not healthy within, that's not gonna matter. This is all gonna crumble in a quicker rate. A lot of them want to walk around. They, like, one female told me at my job, I can't stand people like you. I want to eat what I want. If I want to eat pork, I want to eat that. You got a muffin top. Your muffin top is more popping than your hips. You ain't got an accentuating body. Your muffin, I can see this. And you wear a loose fitting shirt and I can still see your muffin top. But go ahead, keep telling me, like, you want to eat what you want. So the last time I was at church, this black woman in front of me with white leggings on, that ass was so juicy. I remember it was like 7 minutes ago. Me and the pastor was looking. Yeah, I know the pastor was looking because the pastor was like, hey there, lady, you know, you ever need to talk about something? You ever need anything? My congregation office is open. He was looking. That's why, like you, I agree with your video. You said a lot of brothers don't go to church because we know what the pastor's up to. You know that. That's why a lot of single women go there, looking for a day to get skeezed. She caught the vapors. You said, hey, let her eat pork until she's on pills and dialysis. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It definitely, like a lot of them, and they think we just like, okay, we just saying this and stuff while you trying to shame us. No, I care. I genuinely care. This is, I want to have, when I just walk out my house, go places, I want to have my pick of the litter from some of the finest black women around, but y'all fucking up. Seriously, y'all fucking up. For real. Pastor Pig Feet. Remember that? When he was dancing all over that congregate, that tithe money? That shit right there, that shit was disturbing, like. And the people were still giving him their money. This man had a white suit on and red shoes, dancing all over the money. I think what you call him? You call him Pastor Pig Feet, organic. I remember that. You call him Pastor Pig Feet. I'm still laughing at the fact that cancer in the butthole pastor died of rectal cancer. Maybe that's how he got it. He was telling on himself without telling on himself. You know, a pastor used to buy crack cocaine from my teacher, my black teacher, Miss Hillman, used to buy. She used to be out. She was doing dope. She used to be nodding off in class when I was in Sacred Heart School and Catholic school around the corner. She was pregnant with twins, and one of them died. And now we know why one of them died, because she was doing drugs while she was pregnant. Miss Hillman, I see her out in the street one day. I was like, hey, Miss Hillman, hey, what's going on there? Like, this was when I was still a student. And we was wondering, like, and then us as 7th and 8th graders was like, yo, Miss Hillman on drugs, man. We knew already. As young men and black men and women, we could tell she was on drugs. But yeah, it was a video Organic did a while ago, and it was the pastor dancing all over tithe money with red shoes on, I think. I was like, what the fuck? And they still give their money to scumbags like these. Except for your Pookie cousin. Yeah, we all got Pookie cousins. I got ratchets as cousins. I'm not giving a lie. On my father's side, lots of ratchets, man. And all of them are overweight and think they still look good. Still dressed like they you know. They still dress like they thin. Dog outside barking. It must be our neighbor's German Shepherd. Yeah, I remember that video. Yeah, see, you remember that video. I was like, yes. Like, this is exactly why I don't go to church. I ain't giving a lot of money away to you. I got real world issues that I need to deal with, and I need money for that. What have you done? What has the congregation done for the neighborhood? You know? That's why I don't see how people, these evangelists, make all this money. Look at Joe Osteen. But he ain't the highest paid. He nowhere near the highest paid. And that's crazy. For what? And then you got boy Creflo Dollar a jet? For what? Like, what he need a jet for? To be high enough with the angels? Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that. What, he gonna come bless you? No. I don't see him dropping off anything to people in need. And then I got black women defending him. See, he talked about that before. He said he knew that people were gonna say he's greedy because he got the name Dollar. And he's talked about it before. I'm like, really? When a dude has status, power, or he looks a certain way, y'all just zero fucks are given. You know, it gotta be power. It gotta be power and status, or it gotta be looks and dick. There's no in between with a lot of black women. There's no in between there. It's looks and power. Status and power, or looks and dick. You say T damn near a billionaire? Holy shit. Wow. That's crazy. Do I hear anything about him helping people out right now with COVID? You know? He said, I'll pray for you, you know. I'll pray for you now, you know. Send your donations, but you ain't gonna need the money much longer if you're on the ventilator, but still pray for me. I'll help you move on to the next world. No, come on now. Come on. I wish more people would start to realize that this shit ain't like, come on now. If you want to be religious, you can be religious on your own. But I can't stand Bible thumpers. When I see it on dating profiles, I run. I literally run. Oh, you know, God, this, that, my life, I'm a Christian. I'm like, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that. Let me see something if I can find it. Like an example of somebody when swirlers try to talk black but sleep white. You know, black women always jumping on black men for dating out. But like I said earlier in the video, it's never a problem with them. I was looking at something you sent me, Powell. And I really see a problem with it. Why do we still hate on educated brother who didn't marry his sister? And come on, O'Shea, that speech has nothing to do with who he's married to. I know a lot of people with vernacular like that. One of the guys I work with, Carl, he's a black man with a black wife, and he speaks like that. He speaks with the vernacular of that Donovan Sharp speaks with, and he's married to a black woman. I don't know. Motherfuckers kill me sometimes. Let me try to find what I was talking about. Let me see. So a weird turn of events today. A man that sent me to, let's see, who sent me to, I'll read that later. It has nothing to do with it. Let's go to the book. Let me see. Hold on. Oh my God, yo. Does it say easygoing adventures? Love to create memories and surround myself with those who cheer me on. I'm obsessed with traveling the world and meeting new people. Okay. She's Christian. It was that picture that threw me off. She's not that bad looking, but it's this one picture. I'm like, I can't do that. Yep. Okay, but alright, y'all, I'm out. He out. Peace. Alright. Yeah, man. I can't even find that I wanted to show you guys. I can't even show you that. Damn. It's been a minute. Damn, I've been on here for 3 hours. I went an hour and a half past what I wanted to go. More than an hour and a half past, but it's almost 9 o'clock here. I'm about to walk the dogs one final time. Eat me something light so I won't be sick. And I'm gonna call it a night, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up when you leave. I mean, hit it now because just reasons. YouTube algorithm reasons. Even though I ain't talking stuff to get in the algorithms, but anyway, you get how it goes. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for showing up, y'all. Javabina, AO, Powell, see you, Organic, of course, Heart Donor, who else was here? Blind Man, can't forget you, and Mark, Mr. King Games, that's good, and who else? And a few other people probably showed up. Of course, I said Javabina if I ever seen it already. Yep. So yeah, that's basically everybody who really dropped by. For the most. But thank y'all all, y'all. Alright, y'all. So have a good night, y'all. Peace.